Hello everyone. Welcome to our final Sarah J. Maas discussion live show. We've got plenty of guests. Okay, Christina will be joining. I don't want to expose her, but I'm pretty sure she is finishing Kingdom of Ash as we speak right now. I don't know if that's a fact. I'm just pretty sure. So she'll be joining in a second, and then Lochlyn will also be joining us in a little bit. So I will let my lovely co-hosts here introduce themselves. Let us know your name, your channel name, and yeah, we'll just start with that.
Cami, do you want to go?
Oh, you want me to go first? Hi, I'm Cami. My channel is Burrows and Books. And I guess I'll tell you my favorite Sarah J. Maas character. It's Nesta. Fun fact.
My name is Rachel. My channel is Raven Haired Reader. My favorite Sarah J. Maas character. It's so hard, but I'm gonna say Aelin.
Ooh,
that I did not expect that.
I didn't expect that either.
Overall, it's Nesta and Aelin are battling constantly for number one for me. Nesta's right there, but I think Aelin.
Yep. So I'm Hannah. You're on my channel. Hello. If you're here, you've probably seen me before. So yeah, my favorite character, I'm second guessing. I'm gonna go with Nesta, but again, Aelin is literally right there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And Rune.
Oh, yeah. If we talk about the boys, it's
yeah, I know, it's a whole different ball game.
A whole other thing.
Okay. So if you're just clicking on this video and you're like, what's this all about? We are going to be getting unhinged. Oh, excuse me. She's here.
Did you finish? I just finished this 3 minutes ago.
Yep.
Are you okay?
No.
Oh my God.
Cami.
I can cry just thinking about it.
I can't believe you literally just finished it. I was a sobbing mess after finishing it.
Yeah.
Look, okay, I had to compose it because I was on Jan's page and I had to turn my camera off so I didn't look like a freaking mess. And I'm just mad because I was trying to finish it on time, so I didn't get it on camera. But I was the emotions.
The emotions.
Mind you, I read, I think almost 800 pages in the last 2 days.
Yeah, I was gonna say you were going ham to finish it in order for this live show.
I took a lot of emotional turmoil in a very short period of time.
Oh my God.
Okay, so we just got done introducing ourselves. So introduce yourself. Let us know your rating for Kingdom of Ash since we haven't heard it yet. And then also your favorite Sarah J. Maas character.
Character? Oh,
yeah.
God. Well, hi, I'm Christina from Christina's Chapters. I am still unwell. But I mean, of course, I gave this out of 5 stars, and the queen is yours.
Drinking a margarita.
Margarita.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll probably mute myself just for the time being.
That was very good.
Hi, Jake.
Oh, they said hi, Jake.
Hi.
Wait, oh yeah.
Yeah, I gave this book 5 out of 5 stars. My favorite SJM character, probably if I had to choose one, I would choose Nesta. I would probably choose Nesta.
Cool.
If I had to choose.
Yeah.
It's so hard.
It's so hard.
I would. The only reason I choose Nesta is because I relate the most to Nesta, so I have to choose Nesta.
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense. Lochlyn, do you want to introduce yourself and say your favorite character? Or do you want to wait until you're at home?
Yes. No, yeah, just yeah, so hi, I'm Lochlyn from Locke's Library, and my favorite Sarah J. Maas character is... God, that's hard. Did y'all already say yours?
Yeah.
I would probably have to say Aelin.
That's what I said.
Because
So it's
the
either
char-
Nesta or Aelin for all of us.
Yep.
yeah, the character development, like it's
Yeah.
just like she is the one.
Yeah.
You know, like if I had to pick one to hang out with, I would probably want to hang out with Aelin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like depending on the day, I could pick Aelin as my number one.
Or
It
Nesta.
depends.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same. I was between either Aelin or Nesta.
Yeah, same.
I was one of them.
Okay, let me click on some comments here. Saying a quick hello. Haven't read all of her books yet, so dodging spoilers. Oh, thank you for stopping by. Yeah, we will be getting into like intense spoilers, and I'm gonna put a banner up on the bottom so anybody like just clicking in just is like well aware. But it'll be we'll get to it. We're not there yet, but it'll be spoilers for basically all of her books. If you haven't read Catwoman, you're probably good, but all of her other books,
I have not read it. No spoilers.
we'll go into detail on spoilers.
I will
and stuff,
give you
so.
a spoiler, okay? Rachel,
Okay.
don't read it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's harsh. I wouldn't say
Right.
don't read it. I would say if you're ever in the mood for a superhero book, read that one.
I will never be in the mood for a superhero book.
And that's fine. But if you ever are, that's the one to pick up.
Yeah, I just pretend it doesn't exist.
Just pretend.
Another Aelin. Yeah, I see. I know. Like I want to say like my knee-jerk reaction is like Nesta, but then when I think about Aelin, I'm like, oh, it's just so hard to pick.
Yeah.
Hi, Tyler.
Tyler.
Oh, Quinn, I love you.
Quinn just finished Akasif yesterday.
Oh,
Her
what did you
journey.
think?
Oh my gosh.
I love it. Yes, Christina is going to need to do some self-care after finishing Kingdom of Ash.
I'm thinking about just doing like a last minute type 24-hour readathon because of Kingdom of Ash. I'm in the hugest reading mood.
Yeah.
Like I didn't want to stop reading. So I think I might just do like a reading all day. Like not like a 24-hour readathon type thing, but like I just want to read all day.
Yeah, do like a weekend reading vlog or something.
I love that.
I'm in the middle of a vlog, but like I was really bad. I had 2 updates this week on Monday and Friday. So I'm just bringing it into like the end of the day, and then I'll probably do another one tomorrow.
Nice. Hasn't finished the book, so can't stay. That's okay. Definitely go finish the books though, because we don't want to spoil anything.
Yes.
Thank you for stopping in though. Manon and Nesta.
I
Oh,
love
Manon.
Manon is so good.
They're all so good. Like
They are. They really are.
Yes, Tyler.
gotta pick one.
Yes to both of those questions.
Yes, I am insane.
Hello, I want to be here, but at the same time, I'm scared. I don't want any spoilers because I haven't read. Yeah, this is probably not the live show for you then, because we're going to go in-depth spoilers. So, yeah, you can come back when you've read them all. I'm in a crisis trying to pick a favorite. Let us know when you decide.
Yeah.
Because I'll be curious. We talked about in like previous live shows too. Me and Christina talked about like ranking all of Sarah's books. Christina, I'm not like if you literally can't do it, like top 5 maybe, but literally if you as soon as you try to do like a top 3 or top 5, it's so hard. So start thinking about that. We'll circle back.
I'm literally going into my notes. I'm just gonna
Top 5 would be good, I feel like.
5.
Yeah.
I think I could possibly do.
I can do 5, like
Top 5 and then bottom. What's the last?
Listen, we all know what everyone's bottom's gonna be.
no, that's not my bottom.
Not mine. Not mine.
It's
Hashtag
okay.
not my bottom.
Anna's probably.
Haven't read Crescent City, so I'm going to jump off. I love you all. Oh, I can't wait for you to read it, Quinn.
Cannot wait for you to read it. It's so good.
Illy.
If I had to pick, I've been with Aelin the longest, so I have
Yeah.
the most emotional ties to her. Yeah.
Mm.
And like her story, oh my
Oh,
God.
yeah. So good.
Okay, so first thing that I wanted to bring up during this live show is this week we got a little bit of a leak here for the Crescent City 3 release date. So look at Lochlyn. Okay, so on Bloomsbury, on UK Amazon, on Barnes & Noble, ? They've all officially put it up available for pre-order, coming out January 30th, 2024. let's talk about that. Okay, first of all, do we think that it's real? Like, is this a mistake? Did somebody leak it? Was it an accident? Was it on purpose?
It's real.
Because Sarah hasn't posted anything. Bloomsbury hasn't posted anything, like social media wise. They just like put it out there, and then all of us, you know, feral fans are like, "Excuse me, you thought we wouldn't notice," and we did.
Of course. We're psychopaths. We have nothing
Well,
better
let's talk
to do.
about it. I think that it's real. I think that's the actual release date. But I'm frustrated that one, that's how we found out. Like, I'm so used to having like the big, you know, social media reveal. Yeah. And I wanted that. And then also like Sarah hasn't posted anything about it. Like, what the heck?
Yeah.
I'm scared. I do think it's real, but I'm scared that it's going to get changed because Sarah hasn't said anything yet.
Yeah.
So I do think that it's real, and I do think you could possibly pre-order it very, very soon. I'm scared that it hasn't been a finalized date yet because Sarah hasn't said anything. No one's announced anything, but I do think it's real.
I will only be happy if they say we're just moving it up.
Yeah. If they move it earlier, I want it this year. Like, if it comes out December 31st,
I'm okay. That's fine.
I will lose my absolute shit. Like, I will be.
Lochlyn,
No negative Nancy.
So I think it's real. I think it falls in line with what she said. She said 18 to 24 months. That's like 23 and 3/4 months or whatever from HOSAB. You can pre-order it. I've seen people, they've already purchased it. They got their confirmed receipt, like email, like it doesn't take your money out because it's a pre-order, but you can. I think if she moves dates, it would be just maybe to like February, like a couple weeks later. And it would probably be, she's moved in the past couple of years because of like COVID issues and stuff. And I'm hoping that won't be as bad of an issue this time around. I don't know though, but I think it's real and I'm excited. And I've just accepted that it's definitely going to come out next year, but I can't wait. I'm just so happy that we have a date and we have an amount of time that we can look forward to and be like, okay, this do have a Sarah book coming, because it sucked not hearing anything. Like just not knowing. And I will be shocked if she does not post something next week. I agree though. I wish
I'm a little shocked that she hasn't posted anything yet.
I am too.
I know. There has to be like I don't know. She's a professional. Bloomsbury is a professional. Hopefully they're doing something.
They haven't even said anything.
Yeah, Bloomsbury hasn't even announced anything.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, what is happening?
Yeah.
So Rachel, I know right before we went live, you were saying you think it'll come Tuesday.
Tuesday. My prediction is Tuesday, only because, okay, I'm like a psychopath, but her last 3 Instagram posts when she's announced stuff have always been on Tuesdays. I don't know if that's a coincidence or if it's a strategilike thing. Books also come out on Tuesdays, so it might just be a good day for the bookish world on Tuesdays.
Right.
Well, I think like, and I know too, like in like news and media and PR, things usually don't get announced on Mondays because it's after the weekend and people aren't like as paying attention to those types of things. So I think she's going to announce something on Tuesday. I think she'll post on her Instagram Tuesday morning and say, yep. And hopefully we get like a title reveal or cover would be cool, or just her saying, yes, this is real. And then
I will be satisfied if we get the cover reveal in like her announcement. Like, oh, I'm sure you already saw, but it's coming out January 30th. Here's the title. Because if we just get like her being like, oh, you probably already know, January 30th. Cool. Like, I'm gonna be so upset.
I need something else from like
I need the
That's why I'm hoping. That's why I'm like hoping that the reason that it's a little delayed is because maybe they're finalizing the cover. She's getting the okay because she has to get, permission to release the title and things like that from Bloomsbury. So that's what I'm hoping, that maybe she's like, guys, can I get something exciting to post with this?
Right.
I don't know. I'm hoping.
I hope that's the case because there was no like.
And like she usually is like, oh, announcement coming soon.
Yeah, like she does like sometimes she'll like do quotes and stuff, like things like that. Like she knows how to get our attention.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was hoping she would do a big like before Swiftie, I'm just gonna interject with some Swiftie stuff. Before Lover came out, Taylor posted like pieces of images like leading up to announcing the album, so people were like, oh god, what's coming? And it would be so cool. She's not super active on social media, but it would be cool if she was like, something is coming, you know, it would just be cool. But I'll take what I can get.
True. Cool. Okay.
Is Lochlyn wearing her Bat Boy shirt?
He is.
Okay.
Oh, Hunt Apple.
Beauty.
I love it.
Not me like observing Lochlyn as she's walking.
I saw Cami go like this. I was like,
not to. Sarah has moved dates earlier before, so I'm cautious. I don't think it'll be moved earlier. Like,
it's a hope. I don't think it's gonna happen.
Realistically, I don't see that happening. Like, if the date's gonna move, it's gonna move to be later.
Yeah,
but
it's just very because even the page count is not correct. So,
but she's still working on it, though.
Yeah.
No, I know, but
I think it's just a placeholder.
What if the date's a placeholder?
That totally could be true. I mean, she could be moving up.
I don't think it'll be earlier, but it might be later.
I think it's real, but I will not like be like, okay, this is happening until she or Bloomsbury posts it. Like, if they change it, then I'm gonna like, that's when I'll know, is when they
only when she says something will I fully. I'm excited, but I still haven't allowed myself to fully be like.
That's why
this is it.
That's why I feel like I'm like, I didn't post about it at all. I didn't even put it in my story because I'm like, I don't want to have to take that back or something. Like, I'm going to be excited when we get the release date, but it just doesn't feel real until she says something.
I need her to announce it so that way I can have it in my head. This is like legitimately happening.
Yep.
Yeah.
I can now have a countdown because like I do think it's real. I just won't let myself believe it until I see either Bloomsbury post it, her post it, or something. But mainly her post. I really want to see her announcement.
Yes.
I don't think that they're mad that we found out because I think like Rachel, we were talking earlier when Josh posted about the Aqua Math TV show, like she immediately was like, oh, yes, blah blah blah, but she hasn't said anything. Bloomsbury hasn't said anything, so I think they are very much aware that it's out there.
Yeah, I think that I don't know why. I don't know the powers that be do what they do, but I do think that it was not a mistake. At first I was like, oh shit, she'll probably post something within like the hour and be like, oh, this, because things happen. But now that not only it got posted on Bloomsbury UK, and then it got put on Amazon UK, and then the next day it got put on Barnes & Noble, I'm like, no, this is intentional. Like, they're just... I don't know what's going on, but
if it was that big of a mistake, they would have taken it down.
They could totally just
and just like hope that nobody noticed,
and they wouldn't have put it on Barnes and Noble, like
they wouldn't have continued.
They would have stopped that. Yeah, I agree. Oh my god, 395 days sounds so long.
I know. I hate that you put the days. Hi, Sahar.
Have a good flight.
Oh, I love you.
Love you.
She couldn't make it today. She's got a flight to catch, but she's a Sarah J. Maas girly too. So make sure you go subscribe to her.
He is.
Okay, I think we're at the point where I'm gonna pop up a little silly goofy banner here, and we're gonna dive into spoilers. Okay, so if you have not read the Throne of Glass series, the ACOTAR series, and the Crescent City series, you will be spoiled if you stay. Okay, so leave now or forever hold your peace. I'm gonna pop that up.
Jake, leave now or forever hold your peace.
Jake, you're gonna get spoiled.
You're gonna get spoiled.
I think it's good. He's good.
Jake needs to read them all.
Yeah, Jake.
Jake, read them.
Yeah.
He must.
He's like, I'm good.
He's like, no.
Okay, so we talked about our favorite female main character. Maybe we should try to pick our favorite male main character.
Rune.
I'm ready. Rune for me.
It's Rune. It's so Rune.
Cassian.
I feel like Asriel, whenever he gets his own book.
Yes.
Asriel's my second.
When Asriel gets his own book, I think he will take
the cake
place of Cassian, potentially.
Yeah.
Because he's so interesting.
I love Tyrone. He will forever and always be my favorite.
He's my favorite SJM male, but Azriel's my favorite bad boy.
Yeah.
Tyler's Cassian.
Yes, Tyler.
I love Cassian.
Yep.
It's so hard to choose too because I'm like, ooh, he could be number one.
I also really love Dorian. I
feel like Dorian's kind of like an underrated.
Dorian, I would let him sit on my face.
I wish I could
don't disagree.
reaction.
Jake's like, me too.
I love Dorian.
I love
Rowan.
He's not my favorite. He's not my like number one. I don't know who my number one is. My number one is probably Rune Hunt. Rowan Cassian.
The mall is one.
Names all the
Rune Hunt. I was like, who is that?
But their ship name.
Rune Hunt.
Ooh, I'm there for it.
I do love Hunt.
I do love Hunt, but I don't think he's in my top. I don't think he's my top 3 though.
Yeah, he's not in my top 5.
Hunt is so underrated. Like Bryce and Hunt gets so much hate.
Mhm.
I've heard so many people be like, Bryce and Hunt are boring. I'm like, no, you're boring.
Yeah,
Because you
I
don't
love
read
that.
between the lines. Yeah.
Lochlyn, are you sure you got a new phone?
Okay, so we're on our way back to T-Mobile because they messed up. I got a screen protector and they gave me the wrong size, and I said it 2 times. I was like, this is the wrong thing. Plus we're in the car, so the sound is really bad. Sorry, I will mute myself.
No, I kind of like it.
No, I like it too. I was just joking.
God.
Shut up, Tyler.
Shut up.
Cami, where does Kale rank on your list?
Yes, I need to know.
He's probably in my top 5.
Okay.
Okay.
He's not number 1. Number 1 is Rune.
Obviously. Just kidding.
Number 2 would probably be Azriel, then Hunt.
Oh, she loves an angel.
I love angels, so
Yeah.
we'll see. I don't know. Maybe the next book will make Hunt be my favorite, depending on what happens to him.
I love Hunt. I think Hunt is in my top 5. I just don't think he's in my top 3. I think my top 3 are definitely Rune, Cassian, and I think Azriel. I think those are my top 3.
I'm surprised none of us have said Rhysand, by the way.
I know.
He's in my top. Like,
I love Rhysand. I do.
Sometimes I feel like Cassian can overtake Rhys in my top 3 as my second guy, because Rune's number 1. But then it would be Rhys. But sometimes I feel like Cassian could overtake him.
Rhys is not even in my top 5.
He's not in my top 5 either.
I love
he's
Rhys.
great though.
I love him.
I love him.
Oh,
but
for sure. I feel like, okay, we need to do a baby disclaimer here about our rankings. Just because they're lower on the list doesn't mean that they're not incredible.
There's a lot of them, okay? There's a lot of characters.
margin this big.
Except for
between
Kale,
every
who is
single guy.
dead last. I'd rather have
It's
a
like
ranking.
It's like MySpace top 8. You know, you love all of them,
Yes.
but you have to pick.
Yeah.
Can't choose between Azriel and Dorian. Oh,
That's a great top 2.
Yeah. I love
Rowan.
it. I can't wait for his.
I love Rowan.
I love Rowan. Rowan's in my top 5.
He's okay. I deeply did not like Arrow Fire, so
Oh,
I forgot about that.
I did too.
I knew that, but I totally forgot about that until you just said that.
You don't want Rowan to bite you and punch you in the face?
No.
Like, why?
That's what I want.
I do.
I want it. I want it at least 5 times in a row.
What do we think the third Crescent City book is going to be called?
Ooh, good question.
What?
I think the third Crescent City book title.
Oh, House of Many Waters.
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 Yeah. She all but confirmed it in her latest interview.
Yeah, she pretty much did.
So, okay, first of all, I think this someone posted on TikTok and they were like, I think that the third book is going to be called House of Flame and Shadow. And then we're going to learn about Azrael. And I was like, no. Azrael's going to have a book in the Court of Thorns and Roses series.
Yeah.
Like, why would he have one in the Crescent City series?
And in Sarah, she did like a interview with a publication recently. She said that it is her goal that you can read the series separately. She's not going to give us all this Azrael lore in Crescent City 3 because she has said, I will make sure that ACOTAR, Crescent City, Throne of Glass can all be read separately. So it'll just be like little bits and pieces in and out. So yeah, and House of Flame and Shadow, I think is going to be the Rune Lydia book because he has shadows and she's like, it's to me, it's like so obvious. It's like clearly that's the order. So
also Flame and Shadow.
I watched that TikTok 5 times because I was like, what?
Do we read the same book?
Like, what are you talking about?
Some people's theories are so questionable. Like, also, since we're on it, Rachel, what were you going to say?
Oh, I was just going to say that I think people think that Many Waters, they just think that it's like Therian focused. But I'm like, there's like, that's not like, that's never been confirmed. Just because he's a mermaid, that doesn't mean that that's his book. I've heard people think that House of Many Waters is going to be a Therian novella. And I'm like, she has never said that, like ever. And I think that the waterways are actually going to be incredibly important in the crossover, in my opinion.
Also, we're going to have somebody, based on the ending of Crescent City, of House of Sky and Breath, we're going to have somebody that's part of the team that is there. Like, Hunt's not there. I mean, he's there, but he's not there. Right. And obviously Bryce isn't there. So
yeah.
That doesn't, it just
do we think that we're gonna get a wrap up for the Rune Lydia in book 3? I don't think so.
No. I don't even think we're gonna really start their story until I think they're fully gonna get their own book. They're gonna get In a Court of Silver Flames treatment for sure.
Yes.
We'll see stuff with them, I'm sure, but I think we will fully get their own story.
This is why I think that. I think this next book is going to wrap up Bryce and Hunt's story. Yeah. And then I think the next book in the Crescent City series is going to focus all on like Rune and Lydia. Like they will be the Bryce and Hunt.
Yeah, that's why she like worded it that way. She said this third book will wrap up Bryce and Hunt's story and then I'll do more in the future. So I think that that's like very specific, you know.
I can't remember, like this was years ago when she first started talking about Crescent City, where she said it was going to be there's going to be 8 books in the Crescent City.
I remember that too.
I remember that.
I remember you were saying it was going to be a very long
series.
Like a fully adult fantasy.
Yeah. I think it still like could be. I think contractually she doesn't have those books yet, so she legally cannot say that, but she can do whatever she wants. I'm sure she just has to wait until the ink is, dry, basically. On the contract. So I'm sure we'll get way more
that
from
interview,
her.
You can't find it anywhere now.
Oh, maybe they pulled it because they're like, you can't say that,
I remember when Crescent City came out, like I've said it for, oh my God, for so many, like in my head, I've always known this was going to be a very long series. And I don't remember where I saw it, where I read it, where it even came into my head. But I remember people saying that this is going to be an extremely long series, like an 8-book series. And I was like, I remember.
Yep.
And it definitely has potential to be in a massive series.
Oh my God, yeah. I'm sure.
Okay, so let's just get this question here. Do y'all think they could have different mates in different worlds?
No. Absolutely not.
I think it could be a possibility, but there's a specific ship that people have or a theory that they have that I'm like, absolutely fucking no.
Yeah, I think it's like a possibility, but I just don't actually see it happening because I just think it's so complicated. And then it's like, okay, what are we doing for future books?
Right.
And just because she once again said like, these series are going to be separate. You don't have to read them like all together. It would be difficult, but I mean, it'd be interesting. I don't know. Also, this person, you're so pretty, by the way, Simone Hall. You're
You're
so beautiful.
ship. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
The specific ship that everyone talks about, which is Bryce and Azriel, I think is ridiculous.
I literally think the people that have that theory, I'm like, are you unwell? Like,
why? Like, what makes you think of that? There's only one Azriel ship that's actually real, okay?
Well,
no other.
There's two, but there's one correct answer.
Yeah.
And that ship isn't random. It's because there's like a lot of evidence from like interviews, because Sarah's best friend is Steph from whatever her Instagram name is. And in an interview that they did together, she said she was going to give Bryce's mate her birthday.
Azriel's mate.
Yeah. That's right. And Bryce has her birthday. So that's why people think it's Bryce and Azriel. Honestly, that's like
also like she has the sword and he has the truth teller. So I do think the two of them are going to definitely have a not relationship, but a connection in Crescent City 3. Azriel, I think because in Akamath, Feyre really notes how different Azriel is. And like even Rhys doesn't even really know what Azriel is. I think Azriel could be related to demons and hell. He could be like, there's so much lore that we don't know about him.
And who knows, maybe his mate is Rune.
I also don't understand this, because if people haven't read Crescent City 2, like, why are they still saying, like, if they've read it, why are they still saying that?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Also, I'm literally in the grocery store right now, so hopefully I'm blaring, like, it's loud on my phone so I can hear it. So hopefully no one around me has, like, read
I feel like haven't finished Crescent City 2 and we're like, this ship sucks. But
I don't understand that ship at all.
My ship for them, like, it's Azriel and Gwyn. Like,
totally,
if you read Akasif, like, because originally I was like, oh, I can totally see Azriel and Elaine, because it was kind of like leading to that. But then I was like, I don't think that that's happening.
I don't see that either.
There's also the bonus chapter in one of the special editions of A Court of Silver Flames, where like Azriel just like says like, why can't, there's 3 sisters, there's 3 of us, like why can't I have like a mate, why can't she be my mate? And then he literally goes after this whole discussion with Rhys to the fighting rings up by the House of Wind, and like it literally says on page that his shadows sing for Gwyn, like,
and that's the only time we've ever seen that. And even Rhys, he's like, when he's talking to Az, he's like, why are you acting like this? Like, you're being an asshole.
Right. I think all of the reasons why people still ship Azriel and Elaine is because Azriel was trying to force it. Like, he's like, this just makes sense. I need a mate, and here's like, this just makes sense. There's not like a good connection.
There's no thing between, like, there's almost no bond between them. Azriel wanted it. He was trying to force it, but it doesn't exist.
Well, even when they're like, when he's like trying to give her the necklace in the short story, that scene is so freaking awkward.
Oh,
and
in the grocery store.
She and Steph, I forget her name, but her channel name or her
Ideally inspired
reviews,
like that.
Her and Ava from Ava's whatever reading corner or whatever her thing. They were talking about that short story, and Steph said Sarah writes and I believe her because she's best friends with Sarah. She's like, everything that Sarah writes, even in the like little short stories, is extremely intentional. And the way that Az is in that story, especially towards Elaine, and the way that he reacts to Rhysand is very, very intentional. And because she's also a Gwenriel stan. So I don't know. I agree with that. And also, we need to have some happiness for Lucian.
Yes, I was just gonna put this.
He deserves happiness. He really does.
Yeah, he does. I love Lucian back. I want like the funny, sarcastic Lucian back, and he just deserves so much happiness. So
Yeah. He's so
Yeah.
cute.
I'm excited for him in the future.
Me too. Yeah, I don't
I
know.
think
I
so.
feel like
I think so.
I think so.
Yeah.
I feel like Lucian and Elaine are endgame, but also I could see like Lucian and Vasa.
Yeah, I can see that too. But then I
But
want,
she's human, so
Mm.
but who
that
knows?
would be another tragic.
We have to like explore also what's going on with her because she's cursed.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, I love Lucian.
I like him.
It did get a little annoying in Akamath when he would just like let Tamlin walk all over Feyre. I was super frustrated with him, but
you also have to think about like where he came from and how grateful and indebted he is to Tamlin for taking him in. Like that's the only reason why he's alive. Like he would be buried.
He owes Tamlin his life. Like he really does. Like I understand kind of like where he was from, but there were certain aspects where he was just like he did stand up for Feyre in certain parts. Like he was trying to stand up, and then Tamlin fucking kicked his ass for no fucking reason.
I not that I agree with his actions, but I understand where he was coming from.
Yeah. I think that's why I was able to like forgive him for that kind of stuff. But
like his family is horrible. Also, can we talk about who his daddy is?
Oh, Helion! I can't wait.
I'm so excited for that reveal because like just Feyre and Rhys know that right now.
I can't believe no one else knows. Like, how is no one else? Or maybe they do, and they're just like refusing to like talk about it.
Tamlin, I did not expect to see you here. Oh my god, you guys, it's Tamlin.
Oh my god, Lochlyn.
Did you literally walk to that aisle?
I love how Lochlyn's just walking around the street.
Literally.
I love it.
Oh my god.
I'm following Jacob around, but I'm listening and I'm here, I promise.
That was good.
That was great. That was fantastic.
Tyler, I have sent you that.
Resend it, Hannah. He needs to read it.
I have to take a picture of each individual page.
It's on Tumblr.
Hannah's gonna be like, Hannah's gonna resend it and be like, per my last email.
I did send it. I sent it to you and I sent it to Christina.
Yeah.
Same time.
I read it in the grocery store. Ironically. But I did read it in the grocery store.
Yeah, I think this could happen in the future. Like, I think we haven't met every single mate in Sarah's books yet. You know, there's still lots of characters who need to be. So I think that would be an interesting like exploration if like something happens. So I'm totally like, I'm open to this for sure.
And we
I don't necessarily know if I think that'll happen for Elaine and Lucian. I truly believe that they will end up together.
Yeah.
But who knows, you know?
And we see what it does when like someone is a mate and they're like mated with someone who's truly vile, which is Lucian's mom and his stepdaddy. Like,
go ahead. Just about that, mention rejecting mates. I believe that Tamlin and Amarantha were mates, and maybe like that will be explored and like that'll be revealed that Tamlin like rejected that mating bond, and like that's like maybe that'll be something, you know, that we'll find out in the future. Interesting. But yeah.
Interesting.
Lochlyn's like, no.
I hope Tamlin dies.
Yeah. I don't want a redemption. I wouldn't mind a redemptive death, but I don't want a redemption arc for him.
Same.
I agree with that. I'm fine with a death, whatever. But if he gets an arc, I don't think he will.
I don't think he will.
I don't think she likes him. Like Sarah doesn't like Tamlin.
He has buried him so far into the ground at this point. Like no one wants a redemption arc from Tamlin.
Yeah, I see people ship Tamlin and Elaine, and I'm like, I want to barf.
That
when
is
people say that.
Strange to me, honestly.
That's weird.
I would love if Elaine became the High Lady of the Spring Court because
because Tamlin died.
Yes.
Yeah. Or like if Lucian inherits it and like they're together, and so because he's like the only, I mean, there isn't an heir for the Spring Court, so he could take over as the whatever. That would be cool.
And I feel like we get a lot of hints that Elaine's magic also could be like spring-like magic.
I have thought
maybe because she does all that gardening and she kind of revives the garden in Rhys's house, that maybe that's like symbolic of what she's going to do in the Spring Court.
Yeah.
Like she's going to change it.
Yep.
I could definitely see that.
Who do we think Bryce will have the best friendship with in Prithian? More. And Cassian.
More and Cassian.
Oh my God, Cassian will love her. I saw
somebody say like,
I think that they'll get along.
Yeah, I saw somebody say like with all the technology that they have like in Crescent City, like when Cassian finds out about like machine guns, like how he's gonna be like a little kid in a candy store with all like the weapons.
And like when he realizes he can take selfies and like
oh
my God,
it'll be like flexing.
I can I could definitely see Bryce and Cassian just getting along. But for me, I feel like her and Moore are definitely gonna get along.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't know that they're gonna go to Terracin, but I definitely think the Throne of Glass crew is going to be in this crossover.
Yes.
Like obviously Crescent City and ACOTAR series are crossing over. That's been written.
Yeah.
But I think somehow Throne of Glass is gonna come into play here.
And Throne of Glass and ACOTAR has crossed over too.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yes. Sarah said that we'll get an explanation for Aelin falling through ACOTAR in Crescent City 3. So Aelin will definitely get referenced. And like it would be a missed opportunity for her to not bring the Throne of Glass people in. Like she'll do it for sure.
Yeah.
Do it.
It'll be huge, but I think it'll be like really fun little just like
I'm so excited.
And if the series is like a longer series, like it is an 8-book series, maybe in that last book we'll get that epic battle with all of them together.
All of them. Yeah. I hope so. I'm excited.
God, I'm so excited for this next book.
I
just want to see like how she progresses the story. That's all I want to see.
Yeah. Me too.
I don't know.
I don't think
I don't really care.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's anything like about his father. Like he's dead, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was
I don't know.
Rhys killed him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was
Rhys's dad killed him.
Person.
Yeah.
Also, I would love if Rhys's sister is not dead.
Yeah.
She's dead.
I'm 99.9% positive that Sarah has said that his sister will never come back. Because people have said, oh, is that Azriel's mate? Because people have thought that before. But she has said, like, no, Rhys's sister isn't coming back. So, yeah.
That hurts.
I would love for her to come back. Because I feel one of my things for him is, like, I feel so bad that he's so alone. Like, he has the baby. But, yeah.
This I feel like could be hilarious because Amryn is the only one that like can communicate. I guess Rhys can too, can't he, a little bit?
Yes, Rhys
but
can.
Like imagine having Amryn have to be the one to translate things.
She's gonna be so annoyed.
She's gonna be like
so annoyed.
I'm so curious how they're gonna do that in Crescent City 3. Is Bryce literally just going to speak through Amryn and Rhys for the whole time, and they're gonna have to translate for the whole time? I'm like, is there gonna be some way that this can be mitigated?
There has to be, yeah. But I can just see like Bryce will say something and then Amryn will change it to a like she'll call like Cassian an overgrown bat or something, or like she'll say something like that, and like Bryce is like, you know, like all
la-di-da.
And she's like, yeah, whatever. And Cassian's
we'll
like,
have Bryce where I can see like Bryce having a whole story, and everyone's like, yeah, she said that she's here now. Like she'll
like,
have
like a detailed explanation for
and then
something.
Amryn like
she
one time
she
like
said no.
like literally like she said no.
I love Amryn.
I love Amryn.
I also think Bryce is going to be able to figure out what Amryn is.
That would be cool.
That would be cool.
Yeah, her whole and I want to know so badly because Fury and Amryn look a lot alike, and one of my favorite characters in Crescent City, who I feel like is underrated, is Fury, because I'm just so fascinated by her and I want to know more. And I'm like, what are you doing?
But that's not what Amryn actually looks like.
Right, she chose that. Yeah,
she chose that body. So like, even if they do look like, they're not gonna be.
I am curious though. I wonder, like, now that you brought that up, I'm curious to see if that is going to end up being a few.
For a while, I thought maybe she's a Thunderbird, but I don't know.
I saw a theory that was like she's like a daughter of the Valg or something, so it makes her like a Death Maiden, and there was this whole theory about it, and I was like, oh, that's really cool. So I don't know, I was like, that's interesting.
I also thought maybe she's kind of like a Gorgon, like has like a similar type of lineage to that. I don't know. There's just so many possibilities.
There's so many options.
There's so many theories.
All the possibilities.
Oh boy.
It's a possibility.
Yeah, I got the words wrong.
I don't think that this theory is accurate.
Yeah, I think hell is going to be a whole other cool planet for us to discover.
Yeah,
like, for sure.
Yeah. Hell, I don't think like what we're presented as hell is bad, and that's obviously not true.
Yeah.
Right.
That's just like the rewritten history to suit the Asteri.
Right.
Yeah.
Who are Volg. I think that they're like
I think totally. That'll be a connection.
Like all of when we're rereading all of this, like during our read along, rereading everything after having read House of Sky and Breath, like every little minute thing that I'm like, oh, that could be this. Like there were like strange markings on the side of a sword, and I'm like, is that word marks? Like, you know. There were so many situations. Yeah. The Asteri. Okay, I think the Asteri, has it been confirmed that they're like the Dagnan or whatever from the Akatar series?
I think that's another like really solid theory of like the Valg. Like I think people are like Asteri are Valg are Daglan. Like it's all
that's how they're connecting all the worlds.
Yep.
Because then there was one mention in Hosab where it said like there was one world that they tried to conquer, but that they got locked out of the gate, but they locked the gate to all the worlds or something. And I'm like, that's Aylin's world.
100%.
That's definitely Aylin's world. Yeah.
And they took like to create Crescent City, they took from all of the species from all of the different worlds and put them there.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I'm just so excited. Look at Lochlyn. I like every time I look down at her, I can't my train of thought just goes like, what is she doing?
I'm sorry, it's so annoying. I have to go back to T-Mobile because their manager wasn't there because they gave me the wrong screen protector, like I told them. So anyway, I'm paying attention, but yeah, I just have y'all. I'm just
it's just funny because I just see your gear shifter. She's walking around the grocery store. She's just living her life.
I'm also going to be going through the car wash because I still have not gone to Starbucks today, and that was like my first plan. But then I was like rushing. Anyway, okay, cool. Yeah, I love y'all.
I love you so much, Lochlyn.
We're all just living in Lochlyn's world, okay?
Yeah.
Look how cute she is. Look at her little hair.
I just don't want y'all to think that I'm not like paying attention. Like,
no,
we know you are because as soon as we said Tamlin's name, you sprinted to the tampon. Okay, so this is just like I'm just a curious kitty cat. What you could do one from each series if you need to, but what is like one of or your top favorite scene from Sarah?
Okay.
One of mine, like the first one that comes to mind, and
I know my all-time favorite.
Okay, like Starfall.
Grab the headboard, Nesta.
That is iconic.
Also, the scene in Kingdom of Ash when Aelin is saying like goodbye to Kale and Dorian.
Yeah,
Just thinking about that has me like getting choked up.
That got me. But it's not my it's definitely probably in my top like 3 or 5. But my favorite scene will always be the shower scene from when Hunt comes back.
Yeah.
Lochlyn
agrees.
Agree.
That will always be my favorite scene. Yeah.
One of my favorite scenes is when in ACOWAR, Nesta looks out and she sees the 3 ships.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's beautiful. Yeah.
That's so good.
I cried so hard when I read that.
Oh my god, yeah.
Or in ACOWAR when Cassian has the quote of like, I wish we had more time.
Yes.
Oh
my god.
We'll time. Also, the scene in A Court of Silver Flames when they get to the lake and Nesta has like her breakdown.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's such a profound moment.
Yeah.
And also when they're on the mountain and she tells Gwyn and Emery to go.
Yeah.
She, like stays back for them. Also, the end of House of Earth and Blood when Lahaba is like,
stop.
My friends are with me and I am not.
Oh my god. It's so painful every time.
Every time. I cry every time. I can't handle it, guys. I can't.
And I think that line, like, I am not alone, like, oh,
yeah.
My friends are with me and I am not alone.
And it reminds me of Aelin.
Yeah. My friends are with me and I am not afraid is the same as like my name is Aelin Galathinius and I am not afraid.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
the really Jubilee scene.
Aelin and Fenris. Yes.
Yes. Ugh, Aelin. Oh my god, the things I would do for me.
Sad but good. I know, I'm sorry.
It's so hard.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
As soon as Manon like starts to realize what they're gonna do, I just like start falling.
I can't. I couldn't handle myself. I can't even think about it. Don't do it.
Oh my god.
This scene. In Kingdom of Ash, when she starts pounding on the like coffin that she's locked in and hearing her mom say, "You do not wield," I have chills right now.
Yeah, I have goosebumps.
That is one of the most powerful scenes I think in any book she has ever written. Like that effed me up.
I live in Texas and I have goosebumps.
Yeah, that whole scene.
Yeah, that scene's really good too. Oh my god, there's so many scenes.
Yep.
Isn't chapter 5 the...
Is that when they die?
It's when Danica dies.
It's when Danica dies.
Why is that your favorite?
Well, we're talking about emotional scenes, you know?
Oh, yeah. Obviously, I don't like Lahaba dying, but I thought...
Oh, okay. Yeah, but...
that was one of my
what Lahaba said. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. It's one of my favorite scenes because of, like, the friendship that Lahaba has with Bryce.
Represents
how much love.
Literally, poor Lucian.
Wait,
he deserves happiness.
Please. He's like, I can't read. What's a grasshopper?
Oh my god.
I mean, honestly, one of the best scenes is when Rhys interrupts their wedding and doesn't let her.
Oh yeah, the "Hello, Favorite Darling" is iconic.
Hello, Favorite always.
I also love in ACOWAR when Feyre and Lucian are running from his brothers and then Cassian slams down on the ice.
Yes!
One of my favorite scenes in any of her books as well. Because it's so like I can imagine it so clearly. Like it's dark on this giant icy lake. They're running
and they're running
closer. Cassian slams down, all the ice breaks around. Like, oh my god.
And they're like, you feel like I love that scene too, because you're like, oh my god, are they really gonna make it? Like,
yeah, like you don't think they are because it's Feyre and Lucian, so it's like,
I got chills again.
Oh, so good.
Anyways, I'm gonna be rereading all of Sarah J. Maas.
Like, how can you not?
I'm gonna start another read along.
I'm so excited to read Throne of Glass. Oh my god.
I plan on starting Assassin's Blade. If not the end of March, then the first week of May. I mean,
I'm
April.
starting in May. My Throne of Glass read along. If anyone wants to join me, please do.
I just finished Air of Fire, and the way that y'all read, you could probably catch up to me like next week. Like,
Listen, okay, in my vlog, I dead ass called myself a warrior because I read like 500 pages in less than 24 hours. I was on page. What page was I on this morning? I don't remember. But I was on page like 320 yesterday morning.
My God.
And I don't know how I actually understood what happened. But like the audiobook was at 3 times speed. When I was physically reading it, that honey was on 3.5 times speed.
I forgot that she had it set as that.
I didn't even know she had it set as that.
Oh, that's so funny.
I got it.
Shout out to Kara.
Love Kara.
Oh my God, Kara.
Kara's bookshelf.
Yep.
She's amazing. When she reads all the Sarah J. Maas books.
I know she responded to my story about Crescent City 3 coming out. She was like, "Oh my God, freaking out." And I'm like, "Girl, you need to catch up."
Yeah,
like,
no kidding.
She just has to read Akasif and Hosab. And the rest of Throne of Glass too. Oh my gosh, yeah.
She's reading Queen of Shadows this month though.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. It was in her TBR Tinder. So and I'm like, girl, I cannot wait for that vlog. That is my favorite book in the series.
I know. Oh my God.
Okay. Yeah, the shower scene.
That's so
incredible. Oh my God.
Oh.
You would have made a great king. Like,
oh, stop it!
Sarah J. Maas, your days are numbered.
Also, the scene in The Assassin's Blade where she almost drowns and she's like, "Take my body back to Terracin."
Yes.
what show or Take My Body Back? Oh, it's Harry Potter. That I'm thinking of. Like,
my body back.
Yeah.
My body back to my father.
Take my body back.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, so good.
Absolutely. This scene, okay, when Azriel gives Nesta the book light.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's so cute.
That seems so
I like
cute.
their little friendship. It's like very subtle, but I think that like there's like a respect there that I think is really cute.
Yeah. I'm also excited to see Reese and Nesta in the future because like they had such a rocky start, but he's like kissing the ground that she walks on now, which I think is hilarious.
They need to be friends. He needs to chill out and they need to be friends. Because like
I'm ready for their like
friendship.
Yeah.
Or for like like Nesta and Reese to gang up on Cassian a little bit. And he's like, "Don't you guys hate each other?" Like, I want that.
Yes.
I want their friendship.
And I think that they'll both be like, "Leave Elaine alone, Azriel." Like, I think they'll bond over that.
Yes.
Be careful how you speak about my High Lady.
The High Lords meeting is iconic.
Also, when Reese took away Tamlin's ability to speak, and just giving it back.
And he's like,
what an idiot.
He's so bad. I hate him.
There we go.
Oh my God, yeah, Tyler, start it with me in May.
I'm going to start it with you too, and then I'll finally read Kingdom of
Yes, Cami, please,
Right,
please. Okay, I'm going to hold you to that. I'm going to blow your life up, please. Just you need to do it. Let's read it together.
Yeah.
Cami needs to do what?
Read Throne of Glass and read Kingdom of Ash.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So cute.
Oh.
Yeah.
That was really tough.
Scene. Oh, excuse me.
Yes. Oh, I love Dorian.
I love
Dorian.
I love you.
Lochlyn. Oh, it was fantastic.
Oh my God, there's so many good scenes.
There are so many good scenes. That's why I'm like, let's pick one, and then we're like, let's list every scene ever.
Every scene ever.
One of my favorite scenes is when freaking Farrah gets drunk on fucking wine and starts dancing her.
Oh
ass
yeah, that's like her
that
first
moment
time
where
having
she's
fun. Like ever, basically, that was cute.
Like
I
the
loved
first
it.
moment where she's happy, like in her entire life.
And then Tamlin plays the fiddle, which gives me the ick so much. I hate that. I'm like, please stop.
He plays the fiddle.
He's like, I feel like he's trying to be like a hipster, like super.
He's so terrible.
Oh,
Yeah. There's a line, it's literally, he says, I play a mean fiddle. Like, sir, no. Sarah, take that line out of the book, please.
Oh my
Like,
that's a flex.
Honestly.
agreed.
Yes.
I mean, honestly, another really good one from Avatar is when they revive Farah and like they all give her.
Oh yeah, totally.
That's an amazing scene, also.
That is.
Also, like Reese being the one that's like screaming her name and that's trying to help.
Yeah, and Tamlin's just like,
and Tamlin just sits there.
Tamlin's just there. Reese like literally helps her out the entire freaking time. The only reason she's alive is because of Reese in her head.
I hate Tamlin.
I hate him. Like with my entire fucking soul and well-being.
That's why I don't understand why so many people are like, oh, he's mates with Elaine, or I think we were talking about it in our chat. He's mates with that girl, Brianna, Basil, whatever the fuck her name is. Like
Briar.
Girl.
Basil.
Briar.
I'm like, why? Who can't? Poor girl. Why are we gonna curse her to being with him?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't look.
I just like, I don't even like think about like when people bring up like, oh, what's gonna happen with him? I'm like, oh, he's still here. Like,
right? Like, who cares?
I put him out of my mind. Whatever.
You can give him a little bit of redemption before he dies. He can die a noble death.
Yeah, he can die for someone else. I would love if he like jumped in front of like Elaine almost getting hurt or something. Like, hell yeah,
I actually don't even want him to like die because I don't want people to like glorify,
like make a martyr out of him.
Yeah, like make a martyr out of him. So I honestly like, I really don't want him to die. I just want him to like go away.
I just want him to go away. Yeah. I mean, I want him to die. Yeah. I don't even care if he gets a redemptive death. Like if he just dies, like, and he's one of the lost,
like okay, out of the story. I'm sick and tired of Tamlin.
I can't. I don't even want to talk about him, honestly. He just sucks. Cami, this is your moment.
Oh, I did love that.
It is cute, I think, for the minute.
Because like, and that's like her.
It was nice.
It's cute for the minute.
It was.
If I hadn't read Heir of Fire yet, I was like, oh, this is cute. Like, yeah.
It was. I mean, look. Okay, when I read it, Hannah will attest. Okay, I didn't hate Kale. I wasn't against this.
You loved Kale, Christina. Stop it.
I want to admit it. Okay. I didn't love Kale. I did like him though. I didn't have any hate towards Kale at all. And like him and Selena when they did.
So Tyler was like,
I wasn't against it. I didn't hate it. But like, I mean, come on.
Because he hadn't did anything bad at that point. So you can't say you were vomiting.
No, he's way better in the beginning of the series.
He's way better before Heir of Fire.
Yeah,
like
yes. The first time I
also
read
was
Crown
not
of Midnight,
great.
Yeah, the first time I read Crown of Midnight, I remember specifically like whenever like she goes off or whatever. I remember being like, "Oh my god!"
Like they're,
then
I did like Kale in Crown of Midnight. I did.
You know what? How I feel about Kale is a lot how I feel about Gale, like in the Hunger Games.
I was gonna say, who is Gale?
You like Gale?
No, I don't like Gale. Well, I like Gale as a character, but I don't like him with Katniss. Gale's not like a bad person. No, Gale's not a bad person.
Yes, he is.
I haven't read The Hunger Games, so I have nothing to contribute.
Okay, well, let's not spoil it for Rachel then. But Cami, let me just message you real quick.
Anyways, but Gale, if Katniss had never gone to the Hunger Games, she would have been with Gale. If Selena had always stayed Selena and never gone the route and became like taken her throne and whatever,
I thought you were going to say Kim Kardashian. I don't know why.
She would have still stayed with Kale. Like, I think that they were good for each other and they were what each other needed at that moment.
Sure, I can agree with that.
I can. Yeah. I don't hate Kale. Kale is not my least favorite character. I don't hate him. I did like Tower.
Rachel, don't look in the comments. Guys, don't spoil Hunger Games. Rachel hasn't read it yet.
I'm not like you guys. You guys can spoil it for me. It's okay.
I don't plan on ever finishing it.
That was not his plan.
Anyway, let's talk about Sarah J. Maas, but
Let's
it's not
not.
Hunger Games. What were we talking about? Oh, Kale.
I did like Tower of Dawn. I do like Kale and Irene's story. I like it. I don't hate Kale. He's fine. Like, he's fine.
We tolerate him.
Yeah, like, he's fine.
like him.
I don't like a lot of the things that he did, and a lot of things that he did do, I can't ever see past. But I don't despise him.
I feel like I'm here. I don't hate him. Like, I don't want any, like, I hate Tamlin. I want bad things to happen to Tamlin. I don't want bad things to happen to Kale. I just want him to go away and leave us all alone.
I think he's a character that really goes through a lot of growth, and he has to unlearn a lot of problematic behavior that he learned throughout his childhood and like throughout his entire life.
Yeah.
And
but look at Dorian, who literally has like the most toxic, and he's a little flower angel baby. Like, okay, he's not, but he is.
He's a lot more open to who Selena is, though.
Yeah, but also Dorian and Kale have two totally different personalities.
Yeah,
like it makes sense that Dorian is more open to who she really is. Kale wouldn't, like, of course he wouldn't be.
Yeah.
You know.
Queen of Shadows, Kale.
Yeah, he's mean in the
Queen
early
of Shadows Kale is when it really just did it for me. Queen of Shadows Kale, I was like in that live show, you could literally like just see the fury in my freaking
I remember that.
Yeah.
He is mean.
Shadows one, I could not deal with him in Queen of Shadows.
Tower of Dawn Kale makes it better.
Yes,
But
I
Queen
agree.
of Shadows Kale, he's at his worst.
Yeah.
Queen of Shadows Kale was freaking like insufferable, literally.
Yeah.
Could not. But Tower of Dawn Kale, like that was his like redemption arc, and it did redeem him a little bit. But I can't. The stuff that he did in Queen of Shadows, just God.
Yeah.
Can't even think about it.
Okay. What's everyone's favorite series?
Throne of Glass.
City.
Christina, Throne of Glass.
Yeah.
Mine's Throne of Glass too.
I want to cry. That makes me so happy. Because you've always you're like a Crescent City, like, you know, Crescent City Akatar, blah blah blah. Oh, I'm so happy.
If I had to choose a
I love them all, obviously.
Yeah.
If I had to choose a series, Throne of Glass has like it's just so good. Like from where you get Selena in Assassin's Blade to where she ends up in Kingdom of Ash.
Yeah. And like the story.
Yeah. The story, like it's just the entire series in itself is just something astronomical.
The whole
It's
arc.
also
like, the whole...
also hard to compete with Throne of Glass because it is completed. I feel like
Yeah.
Crescent City, I feel like with it only has 2 books, but it is really like itching up there for me.
I think Crescent
Like
City is second, to be honest.
I love Akamath and I love Akasif, but Akatar is not my favorite, like the series and as a whole. Throne of Glass is just like so from beginning to end, it's just epic.
It's
like
so good. Like
I think it's hard to compare because Throne of Glass is completed and the others aren't. I'll be interested 30,000 years from now when all like these 3 series are completed to compare them. I think that Crescent City has potential to be her best series once it is done because there's so much even more. Once this whole, like, let's say the Asteria are defeated in the next book, there's still a lot going on. There's still like there's that like war going on across like on the other continent where Fury always goes. Like there's a lot happening. So I'm excited to see, but Throne of Glass is my favorite because I just, oh my God, it like makes me emotional.
The series, it's so good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, character arc, plot, the planning, the little Easter eggs she puts in
from the first book.
It's that's what I'm so excited about my reread because like just reading Kingdom of Ash, I was like literally like I was thinking about all the Easter eggs from when she had like Throne of Glass and then Easter eggs in Crescent City, by the way, which holy hell.
Oh yeah.
But like I just can't wait to reread it. And then even in Assassin's Blade, like just actually look for every single thing that she strategically put in there. Like this was no game, y'all. Like she strategically planned every little thing.
Lochlyn's at a rave right now.
Look at Lochlyn. The lights are changing. She's just like sitting there, like,
Yeah, she's in a whole club.
Yeah, I'm actually at a club right now.
oh my god.
Yeah, Throne of Glass is probably my favorite. Crescent City, and I do think ACOTAR is my least favorite, but it has two of my favorite books, which I know is very weird to even say.
No, I think that that's like valid. Some of my favorite characters that she has ever written are in ACOTAR, the ACOTAR series. So it's like, and I love ACOTAR. I like all three series. I don't think any of them are like the bad series, but I think plot wise, like just Throne of Glass takes over for everything. And I think Crescent City has the potential to be insane, you know.
So Christina, is this your and Rachel, is this your ranking as well?
No, I'm still Throne of Glass, ACOTAR, Crescent City, but only because Crescent City only has like 2 books. So I just,
We all know my obsession with Crescent City.
Throne of Glass, ACOTAR, then Crescent City.
Mine is Crescent City, ACOTAR, Throne of Glass.
Oh, that's different. But I can see why.
No, they're all so close that once again, the margins are so small.
Right.
Like, I could say Crescent City is second favorite. You know, like it's just, I love them.
Crescent City has always been my favorite series.
Yeah.
It's like ranking your children. Like, I don't have kids, but
I rank my students.
I mean, but your children, okay. Well, I rank my dogs, so I guess I'm a hypocrite.
Yeah, same. Dogs. Well, I mean,
that's true. I mean, I have 3 dogs, but I do have a favorite dog. I just don't say it out loud. But I love them all equally.
Y'all know who my favorite dog is. Who's my favorite?
Leia.
Yeah.
Then Zelda.
I don't even know the name of your other dog, and I think that's how much you don't like that dog.
No, I think she still likes Dakota, but like more like tolerate likes.
Yeah.
Dakota is Kale for Lochlyn.
Dakota is Jake's dog.
No, first it's Leia, then Zelda, then Jake, then Dakota.
Poor Dakota.
Poor Jake.
Poor Jake. That's awesome.
Oh God.
Okay, so now I'm curious. Since we're talking about ranking our children.
Oh boy. Let's do it.
Let's rank all of Sarah's books.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna write in my notes app really quickly while I do this. So hold on.
Okay, and in the comments too, like let's rank them. There's 16 Sarah J. Maas books
16?
Published, but one of them is Catwoman, which most people choose to forget about. So 15 in her series, we'll say. If you've read Catwoman, include it in the ranking. If you haven't read it, that's okay.
This is so.
I'm gonna do my top 5.
Okay, you can do top 5. You can do top 5.
I can't do
I think I have my top 5. I don't think I can.
I feel like though, once you get your top 5, the others kind of fall into place.
Yeah, the others after top 5 are interchangeable. I feel like, you know.
Tyler, how am I supposed to read
that? Says
oh my God, I can't do this.
I'm doing a top 5 and a bottom 3. I'm sorry. The middle.
No, then fill them in. Then fill them in and just
middle.
say they're interchangeable. I gotta make sure. Oh God, this is so hard. Why did I do this? Do we still want to do this?
You did this to us.
Yeah,
it's so hard.
Literally, I'm like afraid.
Hannah, you're the professor.
I'm done. I got it.
I don't. How?
What is it? I'm tired of this, Grandpa.
Oh,
Okay, I know my top 5.
Me too. I'm only doing top 5. Beyond that,
Okay, let's try to do my bottom 3. Okay, my bottom 3.
Yeah, if you do like top and then bottom, it's kind of easier.
Okay, well, I know what my last book is.
the wind waving in Lochlyn's hair right now. Oh,
I just love it. Saft? Why can't I? Fucking fast. Holy fuck.
tell you, can never be again.
okay. I feel very confident with my top 3 and my bottom 3. I'm trying to get a top 5, and I'm second guessing everything.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Fuck.
Oof.
Oh God, this is so hard.
God damn it. I can't do this. Like,
I like my least favorite book.
same.
Like, I thoroughly enjoy it.
That's why I'm saying, like, some of these where I'm like looking at my 13th book and I'm like, how though?
Empire of Storms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Christina.
How is Assassin's Blade that far down?
I know. Are you doing all of them, Christina?
I'm trying.
Okay. Oh my God.
Okay, wait, how many books does she have?
16.
Including
Catwoman. 15 in her series.
Okay. Oh, I'm only missing 2. What?
Okay. Hell yeah. Okay.
Oh.
Okay, we're gonna switch Air, Fire, and Empire.
Oh, HOSAB exists. Okay.
Oh.
Forgot about that one.
How do you forget about HOSAB?
Because there's a lot happening right now. I feel so much pressure.
Christina, be nice.
I can't. Okay.
Oh, God.
I don't think Echoar is that far down.
Yes, it is.
Oh, I love Akabor.
I do too. But I don't know if I like it more than Crown of Midnight. No, I don't.
Ugh. This was a bad idea. Why did I make us do this?
There's just so much silence. You can literally hear us all trying to focus.
I can hear the gears turning.
God. This is cruel.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Okay, I think I have it. I don't think it's like legitimate, but
No, we should just do like a disclaimer. This could change anytime,
yeah,
anytime.
like this can change in an hour. This can change in 5 minutes. If I keep looking at it, it's gonna change.
And I don't like actively dislike any of these.
I feel like my top 5 are solidified. Okay, I'm gonna stop looking at it.
Okay. I think I've got mine.
I already want to change it.
I know. I'm like trying to just not even look at it. I'm just like, okay, this is what I'm
There's
doing.
so many that can change spots. Depends on when you ask me about it.
Yep, agreed.
Like, I think my top 5 are like legit. Like probably even like my bottom 3 are probably like legit. But like even my bottom 3, like
yeah, I could see some of these just shifting around.
Yeah.
I even, when I originally was like, let's rank all the books, like however many months ago, I made a list, and now that's changed. I had to write out a new list.
My bottom 2 can switch any day though.
Cami.
I will die on this hill. He's not.
So will I, though.
He's not a bad person. He's a military man, but a lot of decisions are made in war that are not good, even in real life.
We'll agree to disagree.
He's not. He's not a bad person. No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Especially, no, I don't think he's a bad person. I don't like him with Katniss, but
yeah,
he's not.
Okay, I'm gonna start reading some of the comment rankings here. Tyler says Akasif is first, then Akamath, Kingdom of Ash, Empire of Storms, Queen of Shadows. Interesting. Akawar, Airfire, The Assassin's Blade, Akatar, Throne of Glass, Tower of Dawn, Crown of Midnight. Oh, you haven't read Akafast yet? How?
Why not?
You don't need to.
You don't need to, but
you don't have to, but it's
you
really
also don't need to read any of the books. It's just fun to read them.
That's just a fun book. Like that's
I
just
did not have fun reading that book.
That's because you went in with like
I don't like novellas though.
Yeah. I do. I like getting extra hints of the characters.
I
Me
will
too.
be reading Carissa Broadbent's novella though. That's coming out March 21st.
Rachel's in her own little world.
Rachel said, "Shut the fuck up."
I'm just trying to figure out my ranking.
Okay, Bryce says top 5 is House of Earth and Blood is number 1, then Queen of Shadows, then Akasif, then Hosab, and that's just 4. Okay, so top 4
as they could get.
Queen of Shadows,
Akamath, Queen of Shadows, Kingdom of Ash, Akasif, and Hosab. That's a solid top 5.
Okay. Spoiler alert. This is also my top 5, just in a different order.
Ooh. Kingdom of Ash made top 5?
I had to. I mean, how could it not?
Yes. Kingdom of Ash is Simone's number 1.
Yeah.
I
Akasif,
love that.
Queen of Shadows, Akawar, and then House of Earth and Blood and Hosab. Bottom 3, Akawar. Empire of Storms in your bottom 3.
Wow.
That is
I love
Empire Storms. Empire Storms is very high on my list.
mine too. And then Akatar.
Look at my pineapple.
Okay, wait, Tyler. Gotcha.
Look at my pineapple.
It's so cute.
My rankings will change so much when these series are done. It's just so hard to judge Crescent City right now. I know. I'm sorry that I did this.
There's just so many.
Oh, you did change it. Okay, so wait. Because it all looks the same to me. Wait.
Akamath, Kingdom of Ash, House of Sky and Breath, Empire Storm.
No, it's still gone. Isn't it? Oh, no, there it is. I see it. No, I see it.
Hosab.
Yeah.
You put House of Earth and Blood in between Empire of Storms.
This is how all of us are feeling right now.
Yeah.
There's just a lot, okay?
Excuse me.
House of Earth and Blood changed my life.
I love
That's
that.
allowed.
It
And
changed.
your name is Bryce, so you got to do it.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna say the same thing. Your name is also Bryce. Like, that's such a great moment for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, she was messaging me there. I was just laughing because I could see her typing away.
Like,
Akafas is so cute. I love it. You're missing peak Cass and Feyre. Absolutely. And like peak festive Christmas winter vibes. It's so good.
I just don't like
It's so wholesome.
one shot.
There's no plot.
But that's the point of it. There wasn't supposed to be a plot. It was just supposed to be like, here's characters you love. Here's how they would spend the holidays. Like, that's all it was.
I mean, it's the same with like fan fiction. Like when I used to write fan fiction, I hated reading and writing one shots. Like I would be requested to write one shots a lot with characters, and I like would never do that because I hated it.
I see what you mean.
I like that they could
Have
just
a
have a
little
little fun for a second. Yeah, that's exactly what I like. Just a moment to breathe, like a really long epilogue.
I liked how they were able to just live the way that, like, after they did so much and sacrificed so much, seeing them actually just be happy and having fun was so, like, cleansing.
And just there were so many cute moments in it. Like, it's
so
just
cute.
warms my little heart.
I feel like maybe if I'm in my, because I didn't read it during Christmas. I feel like if I read it during my Christmas, when I'm in like my, I want something wholesome kind
especially in Cami, because Cami is obsessed with Christmas more than you'll ever know. But like there's one thing also like in Akafas, like you start to kind of see Nesta going through it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there are hints of her going through it.
And there's a whole scene with Nesta and Cassian that it's like, you went into Akasif not knowing that scene.
Yeah. I read all of the spoilers for it. Like I read like the summary.
Yeah, but that's not the same. Reading spoilers for something isn't the same as reading it.
The experience was amazing, though. I will reread Akafas in the future.
We'll see. Maybe. No.
It was.
Yeah, exactly. You get these little morsels that they're so good.
It's really nice. I do think that like they're little. It's like the start of something new.
Yeah. Okay. I will go ahead and do my full all 16 book ranking. Again, we've got the disclaimer that this is subject to change. I'm very confident in my top 3 and I'm very confident in my bottom 3. Everything else, like, who knows? It could move around, but I've got them in their places right now. I'm already looking at things. I'm not going to switch them. No. Okay. Okay, number 1, nobody's surprised. A Court of Mist and Fury, favorite book of all time, top of the list, absolutely. Second, very close second, A Court of Silver Flames. Like, when I read A Court of Silver Flames, sometimes I'm like, could this beat Akamath? So it's really close second. Third is Queen of Shadows. Love it. Favorite in the Throne of Glass series. Fourth is Empire of Storms. And then my top 5, my last one in the top 5 is House of Sky and Breath, which previously was a lot lower on the list. I think it was like 13th or something like that. So it's moved up, especially since the reread that I just did. Okay. Then 6th is Akafas, just because I love it. Then Air of Fire. Then House of Earth and Blood. 9th is Kingdom of Ash. 10th is The Assassin's Blade. Then Throne of Glass. Then Crown of Midnight. Then ACOWAR. And then my bottom 3 is A Court of Thorns and Roses. Then Tower of Dawn. Then Catwoman.
Nice.
I did not include Catwoman, but I will include it just for fuck's sake.
Well, yeah, you got to include it. You read it.
Catwoman. Okay.
I wonder where that one's coming in at.
Yeah, really changed her ranking, I'm sure.
How fucking dare you? That's all.
I don't think that's true at all. I don't think it's.
I love it. I love Akamath. I love Akamath. I love it. I can read Akamath. Oh, I would die if there was any book I wish I could read for the first time all over again. It would probably be Akamath, because I remember when I first read Akamath, I couldn't. I loved reading Akamath for the first time when I read it. Yeah.
Okay, Cami, do you have your list?
Yes.
Are you doing just top 5?
Well, I could do all of them. I did 14 because I didn't read Catwoman and I haven't read Kingdom of Ash yet.
Okay, do your 14 that you've read then.
So, Akosif, because, well, my all-time favorite. Nesta.
Absolutely.
Then Hosab. Then Tower of Dawn.
Oh my god. Top 3.
Then Queen of Shadows. Then ACOWAR. 6th is Akamath. 7, Empire of Storms. 8, House of Earth and Blood. 9, Crown of Midnight. 10, Throne of Glass. 11, The Assassin's Blade. 12, ACOTAR. 13, Arrow of Fire. 14, Akofast.
Okay.
Cool. Me?
Rachel.
Okay. All right. Yeah, just don't quote me on this. It could change at any time. Okay. So 1 through 15. 1, Akasif. 2, Queen of Shadows.
Ooh, number 2.
Yeah, it's right behind my favorite book of all time. 3, House of Earth and Blood. 4, A Court of Mist and Fury.
Ooh.
5, Kingdom of Ash. 6, Air of Fire. 7, Empire of Storms. 8, ACOWAR. 9, House of Sky and Breath. 10, A Court of Frost and Starlight. 11, ACOTAR. 12, Throne of Glass. 13, Tower of Dawn. 14, The Assassin's Blade. 15, Crown of Midnight.
Really, Tower of Dawn beat out Assassin's Blade.
Yeah, because I plot-wise, there's so much amazing things happen in that, and I love Nezrin's whole storyline. I think is so cool, and I like the new continent. But
Nezrin and Sartak.
Yeah, and there's so many amazing things that they find out in that book.
Yeah. Also, I'm surprised that Kingdom of Ash beat out Air of Fire for you. I would not guess that.
I know.
I thought that was your second favorite in the series.
I know. I've just been. It could change, Hannah.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean. When you said it, I was like, oh.
No, I legit. It was those two were the hardest to place for me, but God, I just love Kingdom of Ash. I mean, I love them both. I don't know.
I know. I'm sorry.
They're right next to each other.
Okay, Christina.
I don't want to.
Christina, come on. It's literally painful.
I know. It's ripping off.
I'm still I just changed something already. I've changed it 3 times already in the last 5 minutes. Okay, but tentatively. Okay.
Yep.
First, Akasif. Akasif is definitely my favorite. Silver Flames will always be my favorite. Then Akamath. Then Hosab. Then Kingdom of Ash. It could be because I just finished it.
Sure, but
Fresh in my head, and I can't get over how amazing that book is. Like, I can't get over how just like perfection that book truly is.
Christina, I think we have like the same ranking. Did you say your fifth one yet?
My fifth is Queen of Shadows.
I think we have the same ranking.
oh, I love that.
Well, like there might be some that are like swapped, but top 5, yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely my top 5. Like those books are probably in my top 5. It's the next ones that are a little tricky, okay?
Yep.
Because after Queen of Shadows, I put Empire of Storms because I love that book. Then I put House of Earth and Blood. House of Earth and Blood could be above Empire of Storms, but like they're so like I changed that 5 times. Like I swear to you, I could do the heck not. Then I have Air of Fire, then Crown of Midnight, then Akawar, then Throne of Glass, then Assassin's Blade, then Tower of Dawn, then Akatar, then Akafas, and last and of course least, Catwoman.
Akafas in your bottom 3?
I know. It's just if there were, I would look.
It's a comparative thing.
I'm very similar in that.
Bottom 3, just because it would be probably the last book that I would reread out of every other book. If that makes any sense.
Which book?
Akafas.
Okay. Yeah, I'm very similar to yours, but Assassin's Blade ranks higher for me, but that's the only difference.
I love Assassin's Blade.
Nice. Lochlyn, what are your top 5? I know you said they're the same, but like, what do you rank them?
I'll come circle back with me. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was like the hardest thing of my life.
Sorry, I just got out of T-Mobile. Those people were like giving me a headache for real.
The T-Mobile saga continues.
Me too.
Cami.
Cami's in the chat.
I will say, I did really enjoy Tower of Dawn, and I loved Irene in Tower of Dawn. I just fell in love with Irene in Tower of Dawn, and I still love her to death. And Nesrin and Sartek are like everything.
Yeah, I do like the setting in Tower of Dawn, and Nesrin and Sartek are like, it was a little insta-lovey, but like I was here for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was quick because like she's kind of a side character, but I'm just happy that she got to go back to like the country that her mom is from, and like she gets to just like she's like gonna be the empress of Antigua. Like I'm happy that she is like living her best life.
Yeah, I love. Oh my god, Akafas could be higher, to be honest. But
sorry, I like literally, I'm like, no, we get the disclaimers, and then you say it, I'm like, what?
I think because it's so short, it tends to be like I think because it's not like a main book. I tend to forget about it sometimes.
That's the thing is I love the Assassin's Blade. I gave it 5 stars, but like it is comparing it to like Air of Fire. It's like, well, those are just 2 totally different things, so I have to rank it lower, you know?
Yeah, like literally same. Because it's just like it's so hard to rank Akafas because I love Akafas. It's like nostalgia vibes almost. Like it just brings me pure joy.
Comforting for me, for sure.
But it's like it's not compared to like Akamath and Akawar. I just can't compare it. It's so hard.
Sure.
So like I feel very strongly about Assassin's Blade because that book literally, I mean, it was the first Sarah book I read, and it was like I didn't know what I was getting into. I cried myself to sleep. I was emotionally scarred by that book. I know everyone feels the same, but I don't know. That book I have to do my rankings like I always say in the car, so I can't do it right now, but I'll send you all my rankings later.
Look, the Assassin's Blade will always have a memory for me because it was obviously the first book that I read for the read along that Hannah and I did. But that book being the first, like, that will always be connected to the read along, right? So like that's always gonna have like that memory for me. Like I'll always like remember it for that. But I remember reading it the entire time and just like constantly texting Hannah and sending her like videos and like everything. I was so obsessed. And I remember reading the end of it and just sobbing.
Oh yeah.
Sobbing my eyes out. And I was like, a novella just did that to me. Like, what the heck is happening? And then because of Assassin's Blade, the entire time, like you get hints all over the book through Assassin's Blade. Assassin's Blade like gives you everything for the book, which I don't understand why people don't read it first. It makes no sense.
Yeah.
But it's like, I just, oh my god, I can't.
Yeah, I
And
was
the
like
fact that-
Lochlyn. This
Oh,
was my.
okay.
Sorry. I was like Lochlyn, though. The Assassin's Blade was my first Sarah J. Maas book, so I had no idea what I was getting myself into. And I didn't really know anything other than the main character was an assassin. And I like going into Assassin's Blade having no idea. So I'm like shipping her and Sam. And I'm like, I love Sam. And I had no idea that I was about ready to get like taken down by a freight train. Like it hit me so hard.
It broke our Sarah virginity.
Yeah, like
Yeah, no, that's an
literally. And now look
interesting-
at us. Like we're talking about all six
so
of
crazy.
her books.
That's an interesting question. What was everyone's first Sarah book?
Throne of Glass.
It's
Mine was House of Earth and Blood.
That to me, like people reading Crescent City as like their first Sarah book, like blows my mind.
I know, that's brave.
I went to Barnes and Noble. It was Christmas time, like 2 years ago, and I just walked into Barnes and Noble and I was like, I want to start like reading again. Like I want to get back into reading. I had no idea who Sarah J. Maas was. I had never heard of Throne of Glass or ACOTAR or anything. I just thought that the cover was pretty. And I read the Dust Jacket and I was like, oh, this sounds cool. I want to get back into fantasy. And like, I just picked it up and read it completely random. And then I was like, whoa, that was really cool. And then I looked up that author and I was like, oh, she has other series. I'll read ACOTAR. And then my brain, I read that.
I think that's so
Throne of Glass. And oh my God.
I love
That's like what's so great about her books is like, and I saw someone talking about this today, that like the fandom brought me to you guys. Like that's how we became friends. Like Cami and I connected because of like my HOSAB blog, you know, like her fandom like brought us all together, which is so cool.
I remember watching Rachel's video. I said, oh, I want to be friends with her.
I remember watching Rachel's video and be like, who is this goddess?
Oh my God.
I need to know her. And I remember commenting on her video being like, I'm obsessed with you. And then not even a week later, like we all became friends.
Yeah. That's so love that. That
my
video,
So like we all I think had like Sky and Breath vlogs. And I think that's how we all like connected because that was the reason Hannah and I started it all.
Yeah.
And then we all just kind of like merged because Hannah and I were already friends. Cami and I've been friends with Cami since before I even had a freaking YouTube channel. So it's like Cami's the glue that holds us all together.
Yeah, no, seriously, Cami is the connector for sure. Like she's how I got into this like group.
It's
like,
so crazy because like I've been in a couple of group chats like for like BookTube and Bookstagram and stuff. Yeah. Every single group chat I've been in, Cami's in it. Yeah. Every single one, like since the beginning of time, Cami's in it. Yeah. And I'm like, and the crazy part is that like Cami and I literally do not live that far away from each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like that's so cool.
Yeah. Cami's she's the connection for sure.
Love that.
Cami's the glue.
What do we think is on the cover of Crescent City 3? What color? Think green, and it's gonna be purple. I think it's gonna be green or purple. Or
I think it's gonna be like tealish green. And I have no idea who's gonna be on the cover.
I don't think Rune will be on the cover.
I don't know.
I think it could be Rune, and then the next book would be Lydia.
Probably.
Yeah, it could totally be Rune.
I would really love if she would like break from like the one person on the cover and then
I would love that.
It'd be cool if she did like the Truth Teller and the Star Sword together. Like that'd be cool, you know. Like,
but then those covers wouldn't match.
Yeah.
Well, I meant like
I'm gonna do the Crescent Moon with somebody behind it.
Yeah, I would like Hunt and Bryce to be in it.
Oh yeah,
like together. I think that would be nice. Yeah.
Just because put an honor on the cover, that'll make me happy.
I'm pretty sure it's going to be their finale. So like because it is their finale, for them to end it together would be great. But
yes. That would be a confirmation though too that like everything will end up fine. So she might not do that.
So she might not
on the cover.
Maybe they're not even together. Together. Maybe they're both on the cover, but
oh my God.
I don't know, man. It's hard.
Yeah, I think teal. I'm thinking greenish, tealish.
I think teal too. Green.
Waters, House of Many Waters.
Yeah,
but who knows?
Now I'm kind of thinking like a black, like a dark gray. black.
Bitch, if they do black,
Ugh.
Yeah.
I
That'd
wish.
be beautiful.
Speaking of black, I wish they would release all of the new covers of the ACOTAR series in black and silver. Like, how
Yes.
I love it. Okay, I'm
I
obsessed.
Why did they? I'm happy, but why did they do that? Like, what was their reasoning?
No,
What was
I
the
have
reason?
no idea. There was no extra content in it. It was
No, there was
just
no
a new
explanation.
cover.
There's no symbol. Like, there's nothing.
I
She
think it's
put out
because
the
it's
orange
what-
paperbacks and then a black one, and it's like, why did you do that? I need to know. It
It's
like
what it
keeps me
should
up
have
at
been. If that
What?
makes any sense. Like the orange to me is like why?
Yeah.
I think it's what
But
it
they're
should
all
have been.
neon.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
like,
but
why
this
throw a
isn't
black one in
Activision.
there?
Like this is Nesta's story, so I feel like she wanted to separate it, and Silver Flames just makes sense. Like
I
this
mean,
is Nesta's
yeah.
story. I don't think she wanted the whole like neon thing anyway, because this isn't Feyre's anymore.
But she
I think-
did put out an orange, neon orange Akasif book, though.
I think it also has to do with the fact that she was having a baby and they probably wanted to have a book release and they didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think it has a lot to do with that.
Probably, yeah, just to like give them something.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
like, let's do something special. I get that. Oh, that's awesome.
2019. Wow, I read ACOTAR. Oh my god, when the fuck was it? 2015, 2016? I think it was
That's so
2016.
crazy.
Where isn't it?
That'd be cute.
I would like a purple. I think we were talking about this last time, Hannah. I would like a purple.
Yeah, I would like a purple.
Yeah.
I feel like it won't be green because the original ACOTARs were red, then blue, then green,
Mhm.
and I feel like that would be kind of weird. But
Yeah, I mean,
that's
she's
my
already
only
followed the
reasoning for
pattern.
it. Like, I could see it being like a teal, like you said.
Yeah, I can see
Or
the
a
teal
purple.
because House of Many Waters.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I would like a purple, but I can definitely see the teal.
Yeah. Favorite quotes?
So
Oh
many.
god.
So many. We've already said a bunch of our
Yeah.
favorite quotes,
Yeah.
but
I mean
to the
the
people who look at the stars and wish, to the
Yeah.
stars who listen, and the dreams that are answered.
Keep
Let's
reaching
rattle
out your
the
hand.
will always be iconic. Through love, anything is possible.
I
what
am the
end?
rock
To what
against
ever
which the
end?
surf crashes.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Our stories are worth telling.
Oh,
Yes. Yes.
you could rattle the stars.
Yes. You could do
And how it
anything if
keeps
you only
coming up.
dared.
Like, let's go rattle the
Yes.
stars.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god, there's so many of them.
There's so many
Where's
good
my
ones.
wife? R.I.P.
I feel like Akamath has a lot of good ones. I just Akamath has a lot of good ones. Akasif has a lot of good ones.
Mm-hmm.
This quote.
That's the point.
Oh.
Oh my god, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh,
Wow.
this one's good.
Yes. Keep reaching out your hand. Oh my god.
Yeah. Oh, someone's quick off the mark.
That's
One of my
a great
favorites.
quote.
That's fantastic.
Oh, Rowan's like, even when the world is a forgotten
Mhm.
whisper of darkness between the stars, or whatever that quote is. I'll
Yes.
still love you. That one's good.
And once upon a
Once upon a time, there was
yeah, in
a
a
princess
land
who loved
long
her
since
kingdom.
turned to ash. Yeah. Oh
Yeah,
my
there was
god.
a princess. Oh, that one's so
Well, I
good.
want to reread Throne of Glass so bad. Oh my god.
Guys, I'm
Yeah.
Listen, I just went through some emotional turmoil.
You're gonna need like time. Like Kingdom of Ash. I
I
Kingdom
need
of Ash and I threw it across my living room literally. Like I was just like,
listen. Okay, I finished it. I'm like, how am I supposed to have a discussion right now?
oh yeah.
I wasn't okay. I was like literally like just tearing up, and I was trying not to sob, and I was just like, I'm so emotional. Like this is it. Like I don't have any other Sarah J. Maas books now. Like I have nothing.
Welcome to the pain.
Yeah, no
I
kidding.
like it.
We have Crescent City 3 coming out.
Yeah, we have Crescent City 3. We have her future. We have ACOTAR in the future. I fully believe she's gonna write another Throne of Glass book in the future. At some point. So
Can't take it.
What predictions do we have for, I know Lochlyn's not gonna like this, for what's gonna happen to Hunt in the next book?
No, I'm cool with that. I don't know why you say I won't like that. Is it because I don't like theories?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No, it's not that I don't like theories. It's that I don't like most fan theories because the ACOTAR fan base is annoying.
Yeah,
yeah, it's honestly a toxic fan. I try to not.
Yeah.
it really is. And I hate it.
But can we talk about what's going to happen to him, please? Like, because I'm like, what?
I don't know.
Okay, I have one. I just need to confirm something really quick.
No, Bryce, shut up. I swear, no.
I think we.
Okay, the theory is because his name is Orion,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like a thing in mythology that Orion the hunter dies because of his true love or something like that.
Yes. Yeah.
And so, like, Sarah never does anything without reason. So, like, why would she name him Orion?
Mm-hmm.
Like, why would she give that character that name?
You're making me nauseous. So
that's also why she said the third book is the end of Hunt and Bryce's story. And so people are like, okay, so Hunt is going to die and then Bryce is going to be mates with Azrael. That's one thing that people hold on to.
I'm like nauseous.
That part is not true.
Listen, okay? I was purely terrified of reading Hosab because I was like, I swear to God, if Sarah Janet does what she does with these goddamn love, like these freaking lovers that she does, because we all know that she never sticks to her original love interest. And I was like, she better not do that with Hunt. She better not do that with Hunt. Do not do it.
Well, the thing is like Connor was like the love interest, right? Yeah. And then he dies. So I feel like, yeah, she never goes with the first one. I feel like Connor was the first one.
I wanted Connor so bad.
Yeah, I loved Connor.
Such good like tension. I was like here for it.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God.
Right, and that's like also why, because I read House of Earth and Blood without reading the synopsis, and the synopsis spoiled they all die. So like we read it and we were like, oh, okay, who's this Connor guy? And then he dies right away, and we're like, what the fuck?
I remember reading it, and
Same.
like my first initial reaction wasn't like, oh my gosh, she lost her best friend. My first initial reaction was like, what about Connor? They were finally gonna happen. Like it was finally gonna happen for him, and I was so upset.
I don't think Hunt will stay dead.
Okay, so yeah, my like thing that I've seen, because Sarah like interprets the mythology that she uses. She doesn't do like a complete translation. So I think she uses inspiration. Sarah Janet, I love her to death, but she does not kill main characters permanently, and she won't. She likes she has said, I love happily ever afters. Like there's no way. So I think that Hunt could have a death scene where he dies, but then he gets brought back to life in some way or another, or it's a fake out, or it's a this or that.
Yeah.
And I've seen some things about I'm just gonna say this, and this theory could like, and also every single theory I talk about, I could totally be wrong. I'm prepared to be wrong, like whatever. But the cauldron can bring people back to life. And in the mythology of Orion goes to the island of Crete, and the cauldron right now in the Akatar world is on the island of Crete with Dracon and Miriam. So maybe he'll get taken there because it's the same name, and like, you know, who knows? Like they probably will have to use the cauldron for something in the future. I'm sure we're not done with the cauldron storyline, but I think Hunt could have a death scene. But I'm not going to say that.
The peregrine in the Akatar world have like the feathered wings.
Yep.
So that could have some kind of correlation.
Also, his name is Umbra Mortis, like, and that's a really famous painting of the resurrection of Jesus. So
he'll probably get resurrected.
He's gonna definitely get.
Also, the parallel with that with the crown of thorns.
Lochlyn's laugh.
I was gonna say something like because he is God.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
Okay, but actually though, because he's got like the lightning power, and they were talking about in Hosab Project Thur, which sounds like Thor, who is the god of thunder and god of lightning. Like, I think Hunt is like the god of thunder. And lightning.
I think he is. I think that's going to be like his death is going to be a big revelation of
because his lineage is like still a mystery.
Who he is, what he is. I think that maybe part of him will have to die in order to break out of slavery.
Yeah, it could be a symbolic death. It could be
right.
This comment.
I don't think that Bryce will kill Hunt.
No. I think she would rather kill herself than kill him.
Yeah, that's where I think that Sarah takes the mythology and is going to change it, because having Bryce kill Hunt, I don't think she would ever
I don't see that happening, no.
Bryce
Well, yeah, the Oracle did tell Hunt, stay away from Bryce Quinlan.
But she says, like, keep well away from... she words it very specifically.
Yes. But still, like, keep well away from her, and they're living together and they're mates, so he didn't listen to that. So, like...
and she probably saw him being enslaved again. That's what I think.
He probably, could be. He probably saw his death or something, you know?
Right.
So, yeah.
I mean, yeah, it hasn't worked out thus far for him, so...
Yeah, maybe he should stay away from her. No, I'm just
also
kidding.
Like he also had a horrible first love interest too, so
yeah,
right,
yeah,
yes.
I'm also very worried about Rune.
Yeah, as we should be, as she said,
because they talk about several times throughout like Hosab how going to the Asteri dungeons, like, I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy, or I'd rather like die before I go there. And that's where he's being taken at the end of Hosab. And then literally in that interview, she's like, I'm a little worried about Rune. And Sarah's like, you should be worried. And then said that she thinks her editor is going to be like concerned that it's too much.
I'm afraid she's gonna make Hunt like torture Rune or something. Like the Asteri are gonna make him controlled and do that. Hunt, okay, yeah, this comment, Hunt needs a break. I feel bad for Hunt. Like he, and like I love Bryce and him together, obviously, but he just like wants to just chill out and be happy. And he's been dragged back into this again. And I think he is going to get his shit rocked in Crescent City 3.
Yeah.
And oh my God,
I'm so concerned because at the end of Hosab, Rune is like building the blocks between him and Lydia's connection in his mind. And I was like, Rune, you freaking idiot. Like, that's going to be the one person that you can hold on to when you're down there.
Yeah. It really is.
Doesn't Lydia, she either gives it to, does she give it to Bryce? She gives her like, or someone puts the rock in Bryce's pocket, right? Like the little stone, I think Rune puts it in her. When he says goodbye to her, he puts a stone in her pocket before she goes into the portal.
I don't remember.
I remember them.
Okay. I just reread it, so
I think you're right though.
I think
like,
you are right. I think it
sounds vaguely familiar, but I don't want to confirm.
So I think she can like come back or something like that. I don't know. So it'll be interesting to see how she gets back. Oh, also,
you go ahead.
No, go.
I'm just like, I'm curious about Adis.
I was just going to talk about that.
Also, I've seen people ship Bryce and Adis, and they're like, Adis is endgame, and I'm like,
no.
She said it. She said that's not.
Yeah, she literally was like, no. When people were, she was like weirded out. She was like, what are you guys talking about?
One of my old coworkers was one of those people who was like, I hate Hunt. I think he's so boring. And Adis is going to be endgame. And I literally told her, you need to stop smoking crack.
I love Adis.
I do too. I think Adis, you know, in ACOTAR, in the library, the House of Wind library, they talk about a feline-like presence. Adis was in ACOTAR. I don't care. I will not be convinced.
Well, they talk about it being like a dark pit to hell or something, and then they talk like Gwyn says it like she can, or Nesta says it's like a feline feeling or something like that. She says like feline specifically, like a feline watching her or something like that.
Yeah, I definitely think I feel like he's going to be like a great orchestrator or something. Like he's kind of, you know, maybe he's all bouncing around between things, trying to make things happen.
Also, his little thing with Jessica at the end where she's like, don't fuck us over this
time.
An
interesting person.
Jessica is an interesting person.
I think she knows what's going on. She knows like
she knows more than we are led to believe.
Yeah. Also, Meryl in Akasif, I think is like, because she's the one she's researching all the different world. I think that she's gonna be something. There's so much. There's so much. This is the thing, is Sarah, she brings in these side characters who say these little mysterious things and then they stop talking. And I'm like, no, wait, what? Tell me more, please. Like, I need to hear more from you. And so I think truly so many people, also the Ocean Queen, she fully knows what's going on. She knows what the Asteria are doing. She knows about the other worlds. Like, that's why I think House of Many Waters could definitely be the next title, because I think the Ocean Queen plays a big role.
Yeah, I hate her.
No, the River Queen.
The River Queen.
You hate the River Queen. The Ocean Queen is the one.
Yeah, the Ocean Queen is different from the River Queen.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's like her sister or something that helps save them in the
yes.
boat. Yeah. Ocean Queen, River Queen. There's probably a Lake Queen.
Could you imagine?
That's me.
We'll meet her.
I'm the Puddle Queen.
No, my name actually means Land of Lakes.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like the butter, Land of Lakes.
It's like
butter.
if you go to Scotland, they don't say lake, they say loch.
Oh yeah, like Loch Ness Monster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say something really inappropriate. Let me type it in the comment.
Just say it.
I love you're like, I'm still gonna put it in the chat though.
Yeah.
I want to see it so bad.
I know, I'm waiting for
We're all like waiting for it to
I
pop.
know. Okay, so
Tyler. Oh my god.
Tyler.
Always back to Twilight.
I love it. And the Twilight shirt too.
Yes, it's perfect.
Can't wait.
Oh my god.
I'm not gonna.
Oh my god.
Can't be that laugh. Amazing.
Oh, you know what else is cool?
What?
Declan and Flynn, they watched everything that happened, so they know everything that Bryce knows.
The IT guys.
Yes.
I swear to God,
Spread the word.
they are so underrated.
Agreed. I
them.
love them.
And Ariadne, I'm so excited for the Dragon Shifter. Like, she's so cool.
excited.
I hope that the frat boys get books.
Yeah.
Oh,
like,
100%.
Love
that.
But they know everything that Bryce knows. They know about the Asteria. They know about Dusk's truth. So I think that they're gonna go. Maybe I saw something that like they're gonna go contact Jessica, because in Hosab, anytime there's a problem, everyone calls Jessica.
They go to Jessica.
Like,
She's
so I
like,
think we're gonna contact her, and she'll be like, "Yeah, I actually already know all this." So yeah.
and
Also,
she,
the fact that Jessica has books from the other worlds, like she has The Walking Dead from Throne of Glass, she has the Book of Breathings from Akatar.
yes.
Can I say something?
Of course.
Please.
Okay. I saw a theory, and I feel like it's, one that I'm like, okay, yeah. There's also a book in Jessica's library called The Queen of Many Faces. And people think that is either a reference to Maeve or to Aelin, because they have both been called
A bunch of
Aelin has
different
so many
names.
names, right? And so you can call that Faces. And then Maeve has like walked in so many worlds and like presented as so many different things. So I like, I've seen some people say that maybe if it's like a reference to Aelin, that's how they're going to contact her. Like, it just, I don't know. I think it would be really cool to have that be a Throne of Glass connection.
Yeah.
And they have to talk to Aelin, because she's the only one who's been able to defeat them.
Yep.
Right.
And she's walked through world, like she's
Right.
done it all.
She
has
has
done
the
it all.
ability to,
Yep.
And
Also, the word marks, like she has all that knowledge of how word marks work, and how, that I feel like that is going to be crucial.
Yeah.
Aelin is mom.
yes, mommy.
I just am. I know a lot of us feel the same way too about like the ending of Kingdom of Ash, or like what happens in Kingdom of Ash when Aelin loses like this well of power that she had. Now she has like a normal amount. I have seen a theory. I don't know that I believe this, but I've just seen it, and I'm like, oh, that's interesting. Where Aelin will come to Crescent City and will make the drop and get all of her power back.
I would love that.
I would love
I really want her to have a lot of power. Like, but the thing is, I know throughout the series, she talks about how she's like always hated having all this power and like how it was this big weight on her shoulders and stuff. And like how she didn't ever want to have that kind of power. And now she doesn't. So like she's supposed to be like living peacefully and whatever. But
maybe she'll have to make the drop. Like it won't be a choice because she will have to in order to defeat.
But like that's the thing with Nesta too, is like she had all 3 dread trove objects and was like this, you know, I had this all power, like, and then she had to, I give it all back. And I'm like, I wanted her to figure it out and not have to lose anything. Like, I like when they have this insane amount of power. Like when Rhys is the most powerful High Lord in history. Like, I love that.
Yeah. I agree with like the criticism of Aelin losing her powers, but Nesta did like hate, like she doesn't want this. Like she doesn't want to be Fae. Like I know people like, and I wish that we could have seen like the level of Nesta's power, but I don't feel like as robbed by that just because Nesta like doesn't want that, you know, like she really
and she was never supposed to have it.
See, and I feel the opposite. Like I feel that way about Aelin because she has never wanted that much power and she's always talked about what a strain it is. And with Nesta, I'm like, I just want her to be a bad bitch. Like I want her to be the queen of death. Like when she freaking walked out of that bog with the head, I'm like, get it, girl. Like
literally
what?
Yeah, and I feel like there has to be, I don't know if repercussions is the right word, but like some kind of
there has to be a price paid.
Yeah, a price paid, and I feel like I would prefer the less powers over like a death or something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, we won't get a death.
I don't think we'll get a death, but I do think we are going to end up seeing like Feyre and Nesta, Bryce and Aelin all somehow, some way connect in one.
And I wonder if, because Sarah said that she was going to talk about in the 3rd Crescent City book, like, what do they use for toilet paper in the Akatar world and stuff like that? Like, why are they dressed like they're like hundreds of years behind or whatever it is? And so I'm also wondering if they're going to talk about, like, are these worlds happening at the same time? Or is time also like its own thing? Like, Nesta has a part where time is a string. So, like, is Bryce... I know it's a different world, but is it a different world in a different time? Is that what they're going to talk about?
Yeah.
So I'll be curious about that too.
Yeah, I think time is like another dimension almost.
Right.
Yes. Like, it's going to be the way that she's going to be explaining this. I'm just going to be like,
I'm so excited.
It's going to be that picture of Patrick sitting with the piece of wood nailed to his forehead.
Just holding up. That's literally going to be me reading this book.
I'm so excited.
Me reading this next Crescent City book is gonna be something. Okay,
that is me with all of her books. Like at least the first time, I'm like, I don't know what's going on, but I'm here.
Yeah, but I'm having fun.
That was me. Like throughout, like Kingdom of Ash, I was like, okay, I know these characters, but why do I keep mixing them up? Like I know which one I'm talking about in my head, but I kept saying like the wrong name.
Yeah.
I'm like, I know that name's not right. Why is that name not right? But I know that I'm talking about the person I'm talking about. But like there's so many characters, there's so many things that could possibly happen. There's so many things for her to explain, and I just can't wait to read it and then reread it and reread it again and then still not understand it.
Yeah. Oh my god. And there's like so much that she has to cover in Crescent City 3 other than the crossover, like the alpha wolf that has been awakened essentially by Ethan. That's a whole storyline. You know, Declan and Flynn, Therian, idiot.
Yeah.
God,
she opened up so many storylines.
He himself to the Viper Queen and is going to be fighting in the pits. Like, oh my god.
My king. I want him to be fucking happy.
Okay. I know.
Just want him to be happy.
I just want to see how she's going to do it all.
Yeah.
Have you guys heard the theory about Vaughn?
Maybe.
Vince Vaughn?
Is it Shahar's? Sandriel was the sister, right?
Sandriel was the one that Hunt killed in House of Earth and Blood.
So her little group, she has like, you know, the Harpy and the Hind and all of that. She mentions that there's one called the Hawk, and Vaughn's shifter thing was a hawk. So I've heard the theory that like he just like accidentally went through a rift and then ended up in
And that's why we haven't seen anything about him. Like,
No.
imagine Rowan's like, Vaughn, what the fuck? And Vaughn's like, guys, where am I?
I do think that she will mention him again because he's mentioned early on when we first meet the cadre, but she brings him up again in Kingdom of Ash, which at that point she was already like planning the crossover. So I'm like, maybe he's lost somewhere or something.
Yeah.
Like, that would be so funny.
That would be really cool.
That'd be
I've seen like memes of Vaughn where they're talking like in Kingdom of Ash, like everybody's coming together for this big final battle, and Vaughn's just like looking at a tree, like, where the fuck am I?
Yes.
Oh my god.
that could so happen though.
Because like he's mentioned once, and then he's just like, where did he go? What is he doing? What mission is he on? How is he missing all of this?
I know.
It's so funny.
He became Rigulous, and now he's terrible.
Oh, yeah. Are there any other theories that we've heard and want to speak on, or anything else? Honestly, anything, because I've been.
I'm really excited to hear more about the Dawn Court.
You mean the Dusk? Dusk's Truth, Dusk Court? Because Dawn Court is like the Thiesen's court.
I think Dusk.
I think Dusk.
Dusk is the new one that it doesn't exist yet.
It doesn't. Yeah, that one.
Yeah. Because
I'm
it's
excited
Dusk's Truth.
because, yeah.
Me too. I'm so excited to hear more about that.
I'm ready for all of the connections because
Me
I
too.
want that reaction where I'm reading and I'm like, wow,
Yeah.
like, they're all coming together.
I
Because I feel like. Go ahead.
that's all I had to say was I can't wait.
I feel like that's gonna be because in every fantasy there's like a land where everyone goes after they like pass on. Like I think that's what the Dusk Court is gonna be.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
And I think that's where we're gonna see Danica.
I disagree, but
I truly believe because it's like in Lord of the Rings when they're like, okay, we're gonna go through the Undying Lands, like they're dead, obviously, but they still exist in another plane.
but she got like double killed at the end of Hoab.
Yeah.
No.
I think she's gone.
Yes. Yeah, I think she's totally done.
Yep.
I feel like no. I don't think Sarah would have us connect to her so much and rely so much on things that she has done and things that have happened to her if we're not going to get more of her.
I think she's gone.
Yeah.
I think we might possibly get more of like things that like why she did certain things or
More answers for Danica.
more answers or like I don't know. I mean, I would love to get Danica's point of fucking view. Like,
Yeah.
All of her
Danica,
little-
explain yourself.
yeah, literally.
I just feel like that there's so much that hinges on what she did. And I think Sarah's a good enough writer that she doesn't have to rely on someone who's dead to have had all this information come out. And I think that there's a reason why we still get so much of Danica, because that was a criticism that a lot of people had for Hosab was like, why are we still
talking about
bent
Danica.
up
Yeah.
on
That was
Danica
one of
and
my things.
talking about Danica?
That's true. I mean, that is a good point. I don't think that she's going to come back in any sort of capacity.
I don't think she's alive necessarily, but I think that there is a place that they can go to get peace. Because I feel like if her energy and like all of the whatever it is, her soul, whatever, is just completely gone, then like, I don't know. It's, yeah. I feel like then we could have gotten something else instead of. And also, I feel like then that will give closure to Baxian.
Yeah.
That still hurts me, by the way. Just so you know.
Because I feel like I don't care that he's her mate if nothing's gonna come of that.
Yeah.
You know. That was one thing that I didn't love about Hosab was that Danica was brought up so much more. And we
Right.
found out more
It's just
stuff. that
funny
she
because
did.
Bryce kept going like, Danica would have told me this. Like, Danica would have said. And it's like, girl,
No,
you
she
didn't
wouldn't
even
have.
know her.
Like, no.
And I feel like I love Danica even more in Hosab than I did in House of Earth and Blood. Like, I loved learning about her. I loved figuring out that she had this whole other.
Me too. Like it
Yeah.
was just kind of like,
And like she
Yeah.
didn't tell Bryce stuff because of like the position she was in.
Yeah.
Right.
And the secret that she had.
Especially because Bryce hadn't made the drop yet.
Yeah. And they did technically make the drop together.
hmm
There's so many things. There's just so
I
many
know.
things. I can't wait to see how she puts it together and how she makes it make sense. That's like one of my favorite things about her as a writer, how she makes things make sense.
Yeah.
yeah, she's very like detailed. Like she doesn't do anything on accident.
She doesn't.
Right.
Like everything is very intentional.
Yep.
Because I remember Hannah and I have talked about this, like the whole thing with Danica, and she was like, "Well, Nehemia died," and I'm like, "Yeah, but we don't get Nehemia for the rest of the book. Like, oh, Nehemia kept this from
Yeah.
Right.
Lochlyn,
Right.
like, you know what I mean?"
Yeah. No, that is a really good point. Because she is like integral to the plot of the second book.
Yeah, like I would say she is still a main character because
Right.
she's
And
Yeah.
she's gone,
Yeah.
right. I'll be curious to see how that's handled. I mean, like, if I don't think that's gonna happen, but if you're right, I also would be like, oh, okay.
like I don't think her and Bryce will ever be able to be together. Like I don't until Bryce is,
Right.
you know,
But you think that she's
ready
somewhere.
to move on. But I feel like she is somewhere, and I think that will give Bryce also like a sense of relief that like maybe one day we can see
Closure.
her again.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, through love, all things is possible. Oh, there you go. Yeah.
I love it.
Oh, light it up.
Light it up.
Any other final thoughts, quotes, theories? Anything for the good of the group? This was so much fun.
Yeah.
Yes.
I felt Lochlyn was
We've
gonna.
been on for as long as we have. I don't know why. It does not feel like we've been on here for over 2 hours.
Oh my god, no, not at all.
Right? Like I just looked at the time and I was like, wait, what?
I feel like we could do a live show like this like once a week forever, and we'd still like have 2-hour live shows to talk.
Yeah. Like there's so much. Like the way Sarah writes, there's so much that you could genuinely break down.
Yeah. And like we could, I mean, if we wanted to, we could really dive into like connections and theories, but
Yeah.
The Hunt theory,
He's gonna die. There's no like if, ands, or buts about it. He's gonna. Will he stay dead? No.
I don't think he'll.
Yeah, he won't stay dead. She's not going to kill him.
No.
I'm not gonna kill him off. I do think that he is gonna die.
He
He
has.
will have a death.
Stay dead, but I do think there's gonna be a plot point where it involves him dying.
Yeah,
Maybe.
she wouldn't have made like the name is too on the nose. It's way too much.
There's too much that's like.
Yeah, we can see where she's heading.
So
He's gonna die.
let's end with who we think everybody's end game is. So Hunt and Bryce, like Hunt is end game.
Yeah, Hunt's good.
100%.
Rune and Lydia, end game.
End game.
I feel like we're all gonna
Azriel
agree.
and Gwyn. Yeah, we're like all on the same page. Azriel and Gwyn are end game.
And
Oh yeah.
game.
Yeah.
But there's no ifs, ands, or buts about that one.
I don't know that we've met Therian's end game yet.
I don't think we have.
I don't think we have.
I don't think we have
So,
either.
yeah,
I love
I
how we
think
all
that
have
would
the
be-
exact same opinion.
For a while, I really wanted him to be with Hypaxia, but
I thought that was like her
Yeah.
secret lover, and then when it was
Right.
Celestina, I was like, oh, shit,
Yep.
I thought I had it all figured out.
also I was really mad at Celestina, like so mad at her. And Hosa.
Yeah.
Who else?
Right.
Lucian and Elaine.
Oh, I
Yeah,
think Lucian and Elaine will be
they're the
endgame,
most
or
likely, I
Lucian and
think.
Vasa.
I do think Lucian and Elaine are endgame.
I think they're endgame, but at the
I
same
don't want
time,
them to be.
Right, because like it would be the only like mate ship where it gets rejected.
Elaine has said like so many times that she is not interested in Lucian, and like I don't know, I would just like for Sarah to like honor that instead of eventually her like warming up to Lucian and then like I mean, I do think that they probably will be, but at the same time I'm like I kind of want it to be a little bit more interesting.
I'm not like, okay. Do I think they are endgame? I do. I think so. But I don't feel strong about it. Like if they're not endgame, I won't be mad about it. Does that make sense?
Like Azriel and Gwyn?
Yeah, like that.
I feel strongly about that. But like
extremely strongly about that.
I don't care
we
about
just haven't gotten enough of them either. So like I just can't. I don't really feel like any type of way about it. I'm like, yeah, they'll probably end up together, but I don't have enough information.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't really care about Elaine, to be honest.
Whoever Sarah wants me to ship is who I will ship.
Yeah,
like
I will literally.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like I am totally an Az and Gwen girly.
Same.
But I'm sure if I get an Az and Elaine book, I would still love them.
Right. She'll make me love that ship.
Yeah.
Like that's not who I ship, but if
I don't have strong feelings toward Elaine. Like Elaine, I just don't really like meh.
It's because she is the most vanilla character.
And I also kind of am mad at her. Not that it's her fault. It's actually everyone else's fault. But like they're all mad at Nesta because of the way that she mourns and like all of these things. I'm like, but you were all okay when freaking Elaine was sitting there in the window. You know, like poor Nesta.
It's not even like I don't mind Elaine. I just once again I feel like I don't know her well enough. Like I'm totally open to loving her. But I think that everyone gives her a pass, and it's really annoying. She's not even the baby sister. She's the middle sister.
Such the baby treatment. That irritates me so much.
And even Reese, I think is it an Akasif or something? He's like, well, or it's an Akamath. He's like, well, Elaine is Elaine. And I'm like, no, you don't know that. Like
Elaine is viewed like the younger sister. Like Feyre treats Elaine like she's the baby sister.
Yeah, and you know what's even more annoying is every time there's like a horoscope, ACOTAR characters to horoscopes, it's always Cancer that gets Elaine. And I'm like, are Cancer's scene is just like these weak ass bitches who garden all day because like Cancer is cardinal sign, like
emotional.
Yeah,
I just don't like how she gets so babied, and it's like
it's annoying. And she's like, It's not like she's like 18 or something.
Like you were okay with her getting married, but you're not okay with the fact that like I just.
Yeah, I definitely like. I don't hate Elaine, but I need more from her.
I'm interested to get in her head. Like, I want to know, like, okay, what do you think of everything that's happened?
Like, because I can see this being like she's been like coddled her whole life, and she's like kind of a pushover. Like, finally, like getting like speaking up for herself, and like because Sarah never writes female characters that are so docile. Like,
she's just so like this in her own place.
I'm excited for her to see Gwen with the necklace.
Oh, the drama. It's gonna be so good.
I'm ready for it.
I can't wait for like Nesta to find out about that and be like, Azriel, you idiot. Like it's terrible.
Oh my god. And Az is just like, what did I do?
There's gonna be so much conflict that comes up, and I can't wait to see more of Elaine. I want to see more of Elaine.
I want to see more. I'm optimistic.
It's just like the one thing I hate is how like just how secluded she is. Like not even that, like just the fact that she gets a pass on every little thing.
She gets a pass. It's so unfair.
And she got to do whatever she wanted. And she got to grieve the way that she wanted to. But when Nesta was doing this and that and the third, she was getting judged for it because they never liked the way that she handled things. And it's like the one thing that I don't like either is the fact that Nesta stood her ground for Elaine every single chance she got. And the minute that they were like, Nesta, you gotta go, Elaine agreed. Like Elaine didn't even give.
Elaine was packing up her stuff.
Packing up her stuff for her.
Yeah, like that frustrated me so much.
Because Elaine's the bad sister. She's the worst one.
Yeah,
I think it's because Nesta is hard to swallow. Like she's a hard pill to swallow.
Yeah.
Reese doesn't like her. Like point blank period. He doesn't like her.
That's
like
another thing though, that that Elaine is Elaine, because we read Akasif from Nesta's point of view, and so that's why Reese is not like shedding this like glorious light like he is in the Akatar series, and so everybody hates him after Akasif. I mean,
I don't hate him.
I didn't hate him.
I don't.
I
He
also
has
was really mad at
questionable thing, like the fact that he hid the possible death from Pharaoh. Like, not cool, man. But obviously, we see him from Nessa's point of view, and she does not like him.
Doesn't like him. Like,
no.
But Reese doesn't like Nesta, and so he like picks at her a lot more and like sit down and like forces her to sit down and like kind of gets like a small satisfaction out of like
Reese
kind of grinding her a little bit.
Reese doesn't like Nesta because of what happened with Feyre.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
That's
and so like
Nesta.
he takes it out on Nesta because he's like, it'll be a long time before I don't want to roar at her or whatever. But Elaine did the same fucking thing.
Yeah.
Elaine allowed Feyre to go out in the woods. Elaine like Elaine did the exact same thing. And
Nesta was literally willing to sell herself.
Yeah.
And the only person in Akatar when Feyre gets kidnapped, Nesta went and searched for her by herself.
Yep.
Right.
And Nesta takes care of Elaine whenever she's depressed. Like,
Yeah.
I can't.
Reese babies Elaine because Feyre babies Elaine. That's the only reason.
Yeah.
Reese is whatever Feyre does, Reese will do.
And Elaine is like not a hard pill to swallow like Nesta is.
Yeah.
Like Elaine is likable.
Yeah, 100%.
Elaine's not even a pill.
No. But it just bothers me so much that like it's like everyone says they want a morally gray character until an author actually presents you a morally gray character, and then they're like, oh, this person's terrible. And I'm like, no, they're multifaceted. They're interesting. I think Nesta is one of the most interesting characters Sarah has ever written.
Yeah.
Right. It's kind of like, you know how like Nesta's a hard pill to swallow, whatever the heck. Okay, fine. She can be a hard pill.
Yeah.
Elaine is kind of like a capsule. You know how you can like just break it apart and like spread her around and stuff. Like she's like easier to digest than actually Nesta. Like Nesta's going to give you her peace of mind, and she's
what you're saying is Elaine is fertilizer for her garden. Like that, she's fertilizer.
She's just Elaine's not going to give you a hard time.
Yeah, she's a gummy.
She's a gummy.
Yeah, she is.
She's
Like,
a Flintstones gummy.
She's a gummy. That's exactly it. She's a freaking gummy.
I mean, I love gummy bears, so like, let's not insult the gummy bears. But
Elaine is a gummy.
But also to what Simone was saying, like, yes, Nessa's behavior was extra damaging to herself. So was Elaine's. Elaine wasn't eating. Elaine was like withering away.
He was like not responsive.
Yeah, dude, Elaine, fuck that shit. Because Elaine literally, no.
She was literally withering. She kept that iron ring on her finger that was literally burning her.
Nesta was having to take care of her. Like,
Nesta was healing the way Nesta thought she was going to heal.
Yeah.
Nesta, she may not have healed the way Feyre probably would have preferred her to, but to be fair, the reason Nesta got kicked out is not because of her behavior, it's because she was spending so much money. They were making Feyre and Rhysand look bad. That's that.
It makes me laugh so much.
Yeah.
Nesta, I just love her.
I love Nesta. I do. I just don't. I hate how Elaine gets a free pass, but yet Nesta was judged for every little thing that she did, whereas Nesta actually was dealing with it, where Elaine was just not letting it happen. Like Elaine was just ignoring it.
I hope Sarah like really talks about that, like doesn't gloss over that Elaine has had like a free pass her whole life.
I was gonna say, like, I would love an acknowledgement, even a small acknowledgement from like the inner circle or something. That it's like, you guys are just two different sides of the same coin. You know, you guys did the exact same thing, you just handle it differently. And
and it's fine. Like, I don't have a problem with the way that Elaine was like wasting away, but my biggest problem is how everyone else reacted to that. It's like, oh
yeah.
I made her cereal this morning. Oh no.
It's just she's so just it just like that was one thing that I remember reading in Akatar, being so frustrated about like the way Nesta and Elaine just let the baby go and like hunt and shit, and like then she's getting taken away and nobody does anything, and her father's a whole other fucking different story. But it's like she's the baby, and yet she is who you depend on for survival.
Yeah.
And then you just have like, because like obviously, casting questions. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. He literally calls attention to it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, he's the
I think
only
Azriel
one.
is the one that says, like, Elaine shouldn't go do something like that. And Cassian's like, and Nesta should? And
Yeah,
they're all like,
literally.
yeah,
Cassie
kinda.
said,
Well, and I
Yes,
just want to ask Azriel, like, why are you saying that? Who
Shut up,
are you to say that Elaine shouldn't be doing that? Like, you
Yeah.
don't. It's like they just literally take
They
like
want, she's like
Sarah
a
and
puppy
Lucian's
that
word
they feel like
for
they
it.
have to protect.
exactly.
It's so annoying.
They just feel like they need to protect Elaine because that's how, like, that's her persona, like that's her thing.
Well,
Or, like, she needs
she's
protection.
very much like the damsel in distress.
She is. She
Like,
is.
she couldn't do any of the things that Feyre and Nesta do.
Yeah.
No.
So
And, like,
that's why,
the
like, if she gets a book, I will be just really curious to see that character
Oh, that-
growth, because I doubt that she's gonna stay a damsel in
But she's
distress.
No.
Oh,
It's gonna be like Tower of Dawn.
Oh God.
Not like obviously the same, but if she does get a book, which I like don't really want one, but if she does, I'm gonna be like, all right, let's get through this.
I really want an Elaine book. Like,
I want
I'm
to
looking
see
forward
more
to
from
that.
her. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want more from her. Yeah.
Me too.
I really don't care like about
Well, I
her.
wouldn't want necessarily like a, like an Akasif book about Elaine, but I want more of Elaine. And
Yeah.
Because I already know if she gets her own book, we're gonna find out she has all these like secret underlying, like not necessarily powers, but something else to her that makes her deeper, and it's gonna be like this whole thing, and I'm just like, yeah.
Well, yeah, she's a seer, so I think that she
Yeah.
definitely has like way more like, and she's always gone.
It's been
like, in the
hinted
later books.
to. Yeah,
So
it's
I
been
think
hinted.
will definitely be like significant
Yeah.
for sure in the future.
Yeah, it's been hinted to that she has like something to her. She's not just this, gardening bitch, but
I mean,
yeah.
This gardening bitch.
What if Sarah just never develops Elaine? The series ends, and we're like, oh, okay, so she was just a gardening bitch. All right.
She works at Lowe's.
Yeah,
Elaine milks it. She knows she gets away with murder, so she does.
she does milk it. I'm
She
like,
milks
no, you need to answer for this. And I would love for Elaine to acknowledge, like, I've done some growth, whatever, and the way that you guys treated Nesta was wrong. And like I would love to bring
Please.
up
like her to
conversation.
have
say that,
well,
so.
what about the things that you let me do?
If Elaine can go to bat for anybody, I would respect that.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
I will not hold my breath.
Yeah.
No, I know. Yeah, we'll see.
She
But
released.
yeah,
She didn't know she was holding.
I would like her. Oh yeah, she released the brush. She did release herself. Yeah, I would like to see Elaine like
I would like
become.
her to stand up for herself, like, or at least like do
Yeah.
something. Like,
I want her to stand up for somebody else.
Yes.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
acknowledge it, like grow some. I don't care.
Yeah.
For sure.
I love Nesta. I don't have any issues with Nesta, but Simone's comment I do agree with. The mom molded
Oh, yeah,
Nesta
the
like
mom.
nobody's crazy, like nobody's business. She molded Nesta into the person that she is, and her mom, the way that she was a Feyre. I hate that she gave Feyre the freaking challenge or stupid thing that she has to take care of them. Like, sweetie, no.
Yeah, that like
I
messed
hated
Feyre up for life.
I hate
You
that.
know?
And like Feyre like stood by that. Like that's what she always thought about. Like, I promised my mother that I was gonna take care of my family. Sweetie, you are like a child. Like, why did your mom give that your responsibility? And then you have freaking Nesta, and their father was toxic as hell too. So it's like that entire thing is just like terrible. But from the beginning, the mom babied Elaine, the dad babied Elaine, the sisters babied Elaine, and now the inner circle's babying Elaine.
Which
Yep.
is so interesting that she's like the middle child. Like,
Yeah.
Because it's like, why? I want to know, why did Sarah write the sibling order in the way that she did? Why isn't Feyre
Right.
the baby? Elaine the baby, sorry. Why isn't Elaine the baby?
beautiful.
He writes her like she is.
She's like a doll, essentially.
Yeah.
yeah. I
I
just
feel-
don't, I don't get the sibling order, because Feyre is very much like a middle child, and
She's
Elaine
so
is very
middle
much
child
like a
syndrome.
baby.
I wanna
Yeah.
ask Sarah, why did you write like? And I'm just like, why? What's
They just
is the
had a
order
curiosity.
significant?
I think it's interesting that she decided to do that.
I know, that's why I'm like, is there gonna be
There
like
has to be a reason. Like
There has to be a reason. I mean, there's
Yeah.
always a reason for her. There's always a reason. But like Elaine was also she was so sheltered by Nesta, and Feyre wasn't. Nesta never sheltered Feyre. She let Feyre do what Feyre had to do. But when it came to Elaine, she always like made sure that Elaine got what she needed, but Feyre had to make sure that she got what Elaine needed.
Yeah.
There was just always something. It's just I want more from Elaine.
Yeah. I am.
It's like it reminds me of that sound. Nobody wants to work. What is it? It's like nobody wants to work
I
these
don't really
days.
want to do the work today. Is that one?
No, it's the Kim K. Is it Kim Kardashian?
Oh yeah, nobody.
Nobody wants to.
You have to work. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Nobody wants to work these days.
Yeah, Elaine.
21, goddamn.
All right. Hi, Rachel. I don't know where she went. But I think we're gonna wrap up here. So I will have everyone's channels linked down below. There's Rachel.
Sorry, Sean called me.
Oh, okay. Go away, Sean.
I know. What is he doing? He thought he's like,
That's the
"You're not
adult
done
talk.
yet?" Like, he's like, "You've been on for so long."
Oh, he's like, I miss.
It's like I miss you.
No,
Rachel's
he's
like,
at a
I'm
he's
busy.
he's at our tax appointment and he was asking me questions.
Oh. Well, I will leave everyone's channels linked down below, as well as the playlist for mine and Christina's, all of our live shows that we've done. If you haven't watched any of them, they're a hoot. So go check those out. But make sure you subscribe to everybody that is here. Thank you guys so much for joining us today. It's been so much fun talking all things Sarah J. Maas. I hope you guys had a fun time. This is it, Christina, our last live show for our whole read along.
It feels so surreal. I feel like this
I
is
know. We've bonded so much over Sarah J. Maas, like not just like all five of us, but like me and Christina,
Yeah. like me and Hannah. I think like
we were
just
friends
became
before
friends.
this, but we've definitely gotten closer from
Like
this.
we had just became friends, Hannah and I. Like we were like just there, and then like Host app came out, and then Hannah and I like just got obsessed with each other.
Yeah.
But like we were like friends, y'all. Like we were just friends, and then like out of nowhere, we decided to do this.
I know. I was like,
Hannah reached out to me.
Who could I have that's like a super Sarah J. Maas stan? I'm like, oh, Christina.
when she reached out to me, I was like, me? Really?
I love that.
I was like, I would be honored.
Fated mates.
Yeah, you guys are fated mates.
I love it.
It was meant to be.
Oh my god. Awesome.
All right.
Yeah, thanks for inviting us to this, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for
fun.
joining us. This was literally so much fun.
Yep.
I love you all.
I love
All right.
you.
Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful day. Bye.